where your head's at. We know the equities are going to do
of
whatever
course.
screws the most people. That's the nature
Exactly.
of the way these markets
Yeah.
trade now.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
But
whenever
I would
something looks
just
a little too obvious,
yeah.
go ahead.
My bias is I think that it will go down again, and then we're looking back at the trend. Um, it is very very up, if you can say it like that. People want to
Mhm.
buy. People want it to go higher. Uh, I don't think there's not much that can scare this market right now. It is very
Mhm.
trending. Um, so
Yeah,
that's what I
nothing's
think. I
scaring you
think
at
it will
all.
go up by the end of the day,
By the end of the day,
but you never
closing
know.
on the highs. New record closes today.
Maybe,
We had
maybe.
we had record
Everything
closes
can
in
happen,
the
as you
S&P
say.
and the Nasdaq yesterday. Yes,
ACH is right.
ACH. Anything can happen.
But I've been wrong a lot of times, so don't listen to me.
Well, we're traders. We're not going to be right every single time. Anyone who says that they are
Yeah.
right every single time is either lying or they're just trying to sell you something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible to be 100% right all the time
Holy
as a trader.
shit!
You
You
have to learn
broke.
to take a loss and limit the risk when you do take those losses. That's how you survive.
Do you look at your stats, Edvin? Do you look at your stats as part of your?
I try to look at my stats because I want to have a higher or a good risk to reward.
Okay.
I want to make more on a trade than I lose, but
Mhm.
not much more than that.
Order filled.
So when I trade, I usually aim. I don't have a profit target, as I explained earlier. I
Order filled.
try to take as much of the move as possible. But of course, you have to have a stop loss, and it's usually around 25 points. I try to stay around there,
Okay.
so I get some room.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
On average, how long would
That's
you
the
say
most
that you
bets.
hold your trades for? Are you holding trades for a
I
long
hold my
period of time?
Yeah, it's usually a long period of time, especially when it's on the London session. It can go
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
3-4 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it can
that's a good
get
sign.
frustrated sometimes. But I have to do it because I have to stay with my plan, and I have to get larger wins than losses. So that's what I try to do.
Oh, yeah, in that session, you're gonna probably have to hang with it longer for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, we're getting close to new highs in gold. 34.49, 34.45. My apologies. Last trade in gold, 34.4620 is the high. We just keep creeping up, tick by
Mm-hmm.
tick by tick. We're real close to putting in another new high right now. We got some real nice equity in this trade also. Again, house count long. One remaining micro contract from our opening range trade in gold put on early this morning. Holding it bell to bell. Well, gonna try and hold it bell to bell.
Cattle just
Check
keeps...
back in on the tilt one more time. We've got 52% short in the ES, 53% long in the NQ, 70% long crude, and 55% short in the gold. Oh, we just got a Delta update from Hogue, too. Hang on a second. Thank you, Mr. Hoagland. Gold Delta, negative 2550.
Yeah.
That's in the August contract. Dees Delta, negative 2100 in gold.
Yeah.
So negative Delta creeping around the highs. We're popping right now.
Yeah, it's going to take out that high.
We're about to push the highs.
Still
34.45.60 last trade. Here we go. It wants to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're watching it. Here we go. Here we go. Just watching it.
I do the
waiting.
Dakota.
Waiting.
Yeah.
We're almost there. A couple more ticks. 50-50 in the tilt.
I think the problem you got now is
flat.
where do you pullback's going to be brutal. pullback in that market now to get in could get sticky overnight.
Yeah.
When it gets very directional, man, you could get run over if she starts to take a little bit of retracement, even just off the move from. I mean, that's just in the past on a 5-minute. That's a $30 move. So
Here we go. Just put in a new high by 4 ticks. 4 ticks. Still
Gonna
tipping
have
on
to wait
sealing the
for
new
Abe to-
highs.
yeah.
Hey, we got Gabe. We got about 2 minutes left. Gabe, you want to pop in? Let's do
What
it.
you got? More guys with axes on roofs.
Well, you heard it here first.
Oh,
You got snakes
Uh-oh.
on
Snake.
planes, and now you got snakes on trains. Harry Potter fans are very familiar with troublemaker Lucius Malfoy and his connection to the Slytherin house, if you're a Harry Potter fan. But meet his namesake, Lucius the Ball Python, who also got into a bit of trouble. The snake was actually found coiled up inside a control panel on Saturday on a Chicago Transit Authority train. He had slithered away from his owner. Members of the Oak Park, Illinois Fire Department were called in to free Lucius and return him to his owner, who was dressed like a pirate. Firefighters posted on social media that it wasn't a typical rescue, certainly memorable. Edvin, do you have any pets, and would you consider a snake for a pet? That's my only question.
I have 2 pets. It's 2 cats, but not a snake. I don't think I would consider that.
Yeah.
I will stay with the cats.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no thanks.
Good answer.
No thanks. Yeah.
Well, if you play golf here in Arizona, you can run into
Order
a
filled.
couple of rattlers that are a good size out here for sure. I
Do
have
they issue you a
on
whacking
the first
stick?
on the first tee box. Uh-huh. I'll send. I have a picture. I'll send it in one time.
Nice.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
happy that I live in Sweden. We don't got a lot of.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
Snakes,
about
so-
that in
No
Sweden.
snakes?
Yeah,
No.
probably not.
We got one poisonous snake, but I have never seen one, and they are very rare. So.
Well, that's good. Keep those snakes away from me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got about 1 minute left. Edvin, what do you want to tell your audience? Is anybody watching? Is anybody tuning in to see you on air on Top Step TV today? Anybody? Who do you want to say hi to?
I think my mom is watching, so I can say hi to her.
Hello. Hey, Mom.
so
I think my mom
hi
watches.
to my mom. Big shout out to her.
Very nice. All right, Evan. We are gonna step aside. We've got Lunchbox Trading coming up next. I just had the note in front of me. Hogs Angels, Anne Marie and Deanna joining us up for Lunchbox Trading. That is what's on the docket next. And then we got a real special treat for you guys and Power Players at 1 o'clock Central Time. You're gonna
Order filled.
our guest Grant E. If you know, you know. We'll announce it later though. That's going to be a fun one. And then of course we'll close it out the Dayton Power Hour with Andre, Barron, and Dolby. Edvin, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here for Rising Star. He's a live funded trader. He's taking payouts. He's on the big board, making all the right moves, doing all the right stuff. And we appreciate you coming on here, talking about your strategy and sharing your trade setups and your trading in general with us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Coach
for having
Hoop.
me. It's always nice.
Our pleasure.
Take care,
Our
Edwin.
pleasure. No doubt about it. Hoop, I will catch you around the water cooler in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break. Lunchbox Trading is coming up next, folks. Top Step TV. Let's go.
All right, it is time for lunchbox trading. Get your ham sandwich, get your whatever you're having for lunch. We have two of my favorite ladies of trading. Some people call them Hoag's Angels. That is an honor for me, of course. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Anytime I get to spend is always appreciated with you guys. Uh, how are you guys doing today? I'm going to start with Anne Marie in the middle. How are you trading today?
It's been a back and forth day, and it's because I've been impatient mentally. I've just noticed that I'm impatient. I gotta maybe do more jumping jacks, get the wiggles out. But I am trading. Last time we were on Lunchbox trading together, I said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to be trading lean hogs," and so here we are. She's got a
Ah,
short in lean hogs, and
short lean hog.
so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be probably shorting it for a couple of days. I'll get out and then get back in again and see how it rotates down.
All right.
We're
I'm down
caught
for
in a
that.
bit of a mosh
I like
pit
cheaper
in
bacon.
ES. What's that?
I said I'm
You
down
like
for that.
cheap
I like
bacon?
cheaper bacon.
Yeah, I like cheap bacon too. No, I like good
Uh,
bacon. I'm not a cheap bacon
yeah,
man.
any
Yeah,
bacon's
good
good
bacon.
bacon. Even bad
Yes,
bacon's
that's
pretty good.
true. My brother
That's
actually has a shirt that says everything's better because of bacon. And so
absolutely.
I'm not disinclined.
I need that. I need that shirt. Deanna, how are you today? How's trading going?
It's slow. I didn't trade much today. Did a little small long in copper. Trying a long in natural gas at the moment, just 5 micros, to see whether we can get some movement further upside. We've fallen quite far. So yeah, we'll see. It's slow though. It's definitely summertime, and I'm trying to limit my trading to just sort of like 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon. And this is the case with most of the July months that I've lived through, apart from a few where we've had some fun times. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Again, not expecting miracles or anything. So the trade that I'm in on now, if we can get anywhere up to 330 all the way to 335, that would be like my absolute final target. But really, even if we get some movement up towards this area, that'll be fine. If we don't, we don't. I'm just going to call it a day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the equities right now, and they're sitting right at their points of control. This is on a kind of a rotational day. We have normal days. They haven't extended outside of the initial balance at all. And to me, trading at the point of control is a not a good idea because it's 50-50. It could go higher, it could go lower. It's right in the middle of value, right at the point of control. So we'll keep an eye on if we can find some decent opportunities there. But as we know, we are still holding that long off the opening range trade. We still see a lot of negative delta, a lot of shorts likely to be squeezed. Of course, we never really know, but I'm very, very comfortable sitting in this long. Just put in a new session high, so we're just going to monitor that. So, in the green room, Anne Marie was asking, I think, a really tough but important question. And of course, I think we all will have some good insights on this. But Anne Marie, why don't you go ahead and talk about what we were talking about in the green room, and I'll see if I can help. And D, of course, all of us are going to have our thoughts on this, and looking forward to seeing if we can help Anne Marie kind of find her kind of. She's looking for a little way to teach newer traders how to deal with looking at size. Anne Marie, why don't you go ahead?
So the question was, I posed this to the traders, and the question was, how does the experienced trader look at order flow and anticipate price flows? And so both you and Coach Jack said the same thing to me. Price follows where sizes, or I don't know if we would call it supply, or it could be supply or demand, either one.
Right.
But it
Right.
was something that made me really start looking at the bid ask and the ladder quite a bit more significantly. And so, what I'm trying to ascertain, though, is if a trader sees a couple of big orders popping in, how do they want, knowing that price moves into these particular flows and we see them fire off, do we anticipate continuation or reversal? And what other kinds of things do we need to see that help us figure out what we can do based on what we see our depth of market looking like, how the bid ask is separated out and where the traders are sitting?
So I think the question is, when you see size on the dome, why does price go towards size?
Yeah, that's a good way of doing that. That's a good way of saying that.
Okay, and well, the answer that I kind of gave you in just kind of a brief way is, I always think of, what is the market's job? What is the market here to do? The market's job is to
Facilitate trade.
facilitate
Yeah.
trade. And if there is a level where there's a lot of trading that can occur, I think the market makes an effort to go and trade that and to take it out. Some of this, of course, is contingent on the cycle of the contract. Like, if you're near the end cycle of a contract, you're nearing expiration. Some are, or a lot of those larger orders are probably going to be based in the effort of those that have to roll those positions over into the future month. We see it in the S&Ps quite a bit. When we're in that week or two of rollover, there always seems to be a little bit more liquidity, just a few points either side of the market. So I think it's important to know, of course, the cycle of the contract and how close it's getting to rollover. So the things that we saw today, like in the NASDAQ, there were 1,000 lot orders above price, and we had swept the lows, and all those orders were, placed up above, and most of them attracted price and ended up getting filled. So Andre, I mean, you could do kind of a he calls it a caveman trade, right? When you see size, you trade in the direction towards the size because you think that the market is going to take it out. But one of the things, of course, you also want to kind of remind yourself is it directional with the trend at the time? And then there's always the multiple different time frames of trend. So this is a really hard question. It's a hard thing to wrap your head around, and as always, nothing nothing ever ends up happening exactly the same way twice. So with that kind of answer, Deanna, do you have any thoughts on price moving towards size and facilitation?
So I don't think they can be taken as like separate components. I would look at orders in the dome in the context of what other levels we have there. Options levels tend to be strong magnets as well. And what I found is that usually those orders will be located in interesting points from the options chain these days in particular. I think it never used to be quite that pronounced, but obviously with the rise of 0DTEs, we're seeing, especially in equities, over 50% of volume coming from options. So whenever I see the big orders, they will never be at a random price point. They will always be in and around those GEX levels or put supports or core resistances, something where the options market makers are basically looking at in order to either offload inventory or to add more in order to maintain delta neutral market state, right? Market neutral state. Bit of a mouthful maybe for beginners, but market makers, especially during quieter days, they are there to generate enough transactions to have the tight bid and ask spread first and foremost, and second of all to ensure liquidity for the rest of us. So people maybe look too deep into the massive orders, but I just look at them as points where price might go to. What happens after that, it's kind of anyone's guess. Whether they get smashed through or whether we get a reversal will largely be dependent on the context. But yeah, so to me, they are all just a part of the symphony with different points and different levels where you expect something to happen. And in that respect, I don't think it's any different than any other level. It's just a level where some interest is expected, if that makes sense. So yeah, explaining it in simple terms is a bit difficult, because I always felt that those sorts of big orders that just appear on the dome, they are quite discretionary. Like I said, once we're there, anything can happen, but you can have the probabilities of the price going towards them. So that will be something maybe to look at and define as a strategy. Probably looking at another level where you can maybe, so that it's not a caveman trade, to use another level where you might look for the volume when it starts to push towards that area. Maybe you can use that to get in. But again, they're not separate things to me, at least in my head.
Yeah, I think what you just said is exactly what I came to. I came to, what happens once it gets there is almost like a coin toss, because you don't, unless a ton of them pile in all the same. So when we saw, the ES first fall off, when it had its first dive, we could see lots and lots and lots of contracts just coming over and over and over again. And from that perspective,
they were fashion.
I don't know that I don't know what iceberg actually means, because I guess I haven't asked the question. I hear people say iceberg, but I'm not really sure what an iceberg is, what defines an iceberg.
Okay, so an iceberg order is like it's an entity that has a large number of contracts. Let's say in this case to sell. Instead of putting in that 5,000 lot in the dome, they'll let price get to where they want to begin to execute it, and they'll just keep putting in offers at smaller random numbers. And the S&P is 14, 25, 6, 52, 16, and as those get eaten up, as those get executed, they just keep putting in more on the offer. Sometimes that's how we end up with a delta divergence, is because there's an entity that has a large number of product of contracts to sell, and they're using the the local traders, the retail traders, as liquidity, because the retail traders, they're the ones that are going to buy those offers using market orders, and they'll keep doing that as long as they think that they're going to make money on it, and as the ability to sell at that level is exhausted, they'll move those offers down. Hang on, let me show you a little example. So let's say this is 5,000 contracts to sell in the S&Ps, and if I put that on the dome, that's a pretty big size order, right? That may be enough to scare people away from the liquidity. So instead of that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put in order to sell 50. And as soon as 49 of those trade out, I put another order in to sell 26. And as soon as those trade out, I put another order in to sell 15. And as soon as those trade out, I put another order in on the offer to sell 25. And as soon as 24 of those fill, I put in another order to sell another 20. And I keep putting those in in a specific zone so that I can get a larger execution without really scaring the dome or the other traders. And that's how.
Or moving the market too much, yeah, because those types
Yes.
of orders will have a massive effect on the price. So
Yeah.
therefore, in order for them to not move the market too much, they will iceberg in or out in order
Mhm.
to get rid of their units, right?
Yes.
Without making too much of an impact on the price at the same
Yeah.
time.
So do we anticipate that that's what's happening when we see the orders go off in that tight range of, let's say they're trying to liquidate or engage in a 5-point range? If we just see them consistently popping in there, we have to be staring that down for us to know they're icebergs, right? I mean, without using something like Bookmap or, some other seizure causing type of software. um,
Depends
right?
on which product. Seizure causing on Nasdaq for sure. In some of the other smaller markets, not as seizure inducing, and they're usually pretty obvious as well because some of my markets are pretty thin, so you can see them. They're a bit of an eyesore.
Okay.
But
So,
yeah,
I mean,
if you know what to look for, I think you can definitely see them. Not for sure. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. We can never be certain that that's what they're doing, but usually you can, from context, you can sort of figure out that it's somebody doing iceberg orders in a particular area.
yeah. Bookmap, sometimes you can see them. You can
Mm.
also see them if you have, if you have a platform that can check delta per price, because you'll see, like a spike in volume at a certain price, and let's say the delta is exceedingly negative according to the volume at that price. You can kind of say, all right, I didn't see a big order there, but there's a lot of orders trading on the bid here. That is likely going to be an iceberg order.
Okay, so just as we are taking a look at this dome right here, here's the question that I have. As we can see, there is a lot of buying support sitting underneath here, right? If we take a look, right? Tons of buyers piled up.
In the S&Ps?
Whatever is on the ladder here. What's on the ladder here to the very right?
This is the S&Ps.
Okay, so we're seeing a lot of buying. If we center that dome for a sec, right?
Mhm.
It looks like there's a lot more buying support waiting underneath, a lot fewer sellers at this range. So if we think through this concept of, wait a second, we go to where the size is, why would the dome not be telling us, hey, listen, there's a ton of size down there. We're going to go get that.
Well, are you looking at this volume here?
No, I'm actually looking at the orders that are piled in, the green and
okay.
red. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's thicker on the green side because these bars are a lot wider, but when you look at the numbers, they're about maybe a
They're about
little bit
even?
stronger to the long side.
Right.
If you're all right, we got to take a little bit of a break here. We've got a
Sure.
little bit of a news story coming in with
Yes.
our good friend, Old Blue Eyes JD.
Oh, is he going to sing for us?
Yes.
Or is it the snake story again?
Oh,
The snake story. You want to hear the snake story again? No, we got
That's
to
a
follow up on the
first.
Coca-Cola
I've heard it
story.
twice today.
I did not come to sing. If you were curious, my karaoke song is
Damn.
Warren Zevon, Lawyers, Guns, and Money, by the way. Catch me singing that.
Oh, it's a great
You'll
song.
never
I don't know that. Well,
You'll never want to hear a different version of it than coming from me. All right, guys. Follow up to our Coca-Cola story from last week. Coca-Cola releasing that new beverage that we talked about with cane sugar. They're getting rid of the additives. The drink will launch this fall and will be sold in addition to Coke's original product that uses high fructose corn syrup. But the company revealed the news in its earnings report just today, saying it's part of its quote unquote ongoing innovation agenda. The move follows a social media post from President Trump last week in which he claimed he persuaded the soft drink giant to use cane sugar in its cola drinks. Trump's Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. has long railed against the use of high fructose corn syrup. So we are getting cane sugar in our Cokes in the U.S. They're already doing this in quite a few other countries, including Mexico. But that's it for high fructose corn syrup and Coca-Cola, at least for me. I won't go back to regular sugar. How do you guys feel about this? Any of you drink pop?
Well, I wonder why the president was so hot on this, because he drinks Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. He's ready for a change. He's ready.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
and
just
that's the
looking at what
news, and
we've
we're
got
sticking to
in
it.
the UK.
there you go.
I'm just looking at what we've got in the UK, but because I'm pretty sure we don't have corn syrup. Yeah, so we already have
Already doing it in the
real
UK.
sugar over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure that corn syrup is legal here. There's a lot of European
Oh, really?
food. Yeah. We don't really allow
over
nasty.
2,000.
Yeah.
Over 2,000 things that we have in our foods here, they don't allow in the
that
EU.
you don't over there.
Yeah.
Like
It's just it's against the law. Like some stuff that you guys have in bread, we don't have here. So bread doesn't last as long here because there's not that many preservatives in it. So it pretty much goes off after 3 days. I mean, when I was in the States, I was shocked that your breads last for like a week. And I was like, what's in this thing? This is horrible.
We have some that like last a month. Like some English muffins will actually stay good in the refrigerator for a month. Kind of
Oh my
scary.
God, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's what my daughter
You
does.
guys
She
can put your eggs on the counter, which is kind of cool.
yeah, they'll last. All right, so back to the conversation we were having. You were looking at the dome and looking at maybe a little bit thicker buyers than sellers. There's really not a lot that I can kind of talk about in the current state of this dome. I mean, it looks like there's double, some triple digits on the offers and on the bids. I don't see that there's that much of a difference in this.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, we're probably not going to see any huge numbers here during the lunch hour. We do have, some liquidity up here, 63.57, 63.60, but when we're when we're when we're just kind of here in the balance of the day, that's going to require some sort of change in the perception of value is to get up to this. And I don't see that is a big enough number to really attract a whole lot of attention, if you will, right? So when
Yeah.
you see size, and everybody that has level two data, and they can see that size as well, it's an eye attractor, right? And markets are very visual. And if people are focusing on a specific level, chances are that they're gonna probably bring price up to check that level. In the pit, when there was size in the pit, we all leaned on it. If there was a 500 lot at even, well, we were all standing in front of it selling 95s because we knew that if we didn't get paid on that, we knew we could just turn and say, buy 100 and only lose one tick. But if the market went, we sold 100 at 95 and it went 90 offer, 85 offer, 80 offer, 75 offer. Now we're up 5 ticks on 100 contracts. So with the way that that size has differed in electronic trading is can't really lean on that anymore because we're not fast enough. Number one, by the time it starts to
Mhm,
trade out
mhm.
above us, we're going to miss the trade. So now we're probably going to be hitting the stops just above that for everybody else that was trying to lean on that, and we end up with a little bit more of a loss. So it's really kind of difficult because Anne Marie, I mean, sometimes we'll see size and price will move away from it. Why? What's
Yes,
the difference?
yes, yes. So,
Yeah.
you know, my my thought is that this is an exercise that um, requires so much nuance that it's probably best couched for another time in terms of helping folks understand flow. And then the more a trader understands the specific instrument they're trading and what price flow normally looks like in that specific instrument, it's a lot easier to go, okay, you know, this is very likely to hold because literally um, on one of my other platforms, I saw the 6335, that great big order. I said, all right, I'm going in the direction of flows. Uh, this is a really big order. I think it's going to be long. And literally, it flushed right after that. And now only recapturing that level of 6335 is it starting to move forward. And so in my mind, the trade to go long certainly was valid. It's just when, as
Right.
opposed to letting that order fill and then watching it flush. I think there are a lot better ways to stare down the market and anticipate flows rather than just staring down, the dome. That's
Well,
just
I
my
mean,
thought, anyway.
I think it depends on the trader style as well. I think it's
Hmm,
the
hmm.
dome big order stuff is probably more
Huh.
useful for people who are quicker scalpers. But if we're looking, like for example, I look for slightly bigger swings, so I wouldn't necessarily be completely looking just at the dome. I, want to see context. I use profile. I use quantitative extremes. I use time of day. I use a whole bunch of other stuff. But if it happens to be around a level that I'm already looking at, I'm like, okay, so I should probably take it off before we get there or in and around that area. So to me, it's more of a supportive factor than kind of like do or die. Let's just stare at the dome and enter our trades. But again, I think it's a style issue. For
Okay,
scalpers, I
we
think it's probably useful, but you know, it depends, right?
just had a pop in the equities here. S&Ps just took
Yeah.
out their session high IB high just by a couple of ticks, and I'm noticing now we ended up with some pretty negative delta in the basically the body of the profile. So it looks like we may be seeing a little bit of a short squeeze here. We're not seeing the
Hmm.
same thing necessarily in the Nasdaq. We have positive delta in the Nasdaq, but S&Ps have had a little bit of a squeeze here to the upside. And again, negative delta, negative 4,400. See if we see any continuation here. We did kind of get the sweep I was looking for today, and the S&Ps down around 63.23 down to 63.20, and now
Hmm.
we're seeing those buyers coming back in. I think that there could be some more legs to this. What do you guys think? Do you think along here is it's hard to manage risk on it, of course, but
Tough one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
same.
think if you wanted to be long, I would have been looking at 63.28 maybe.
Hmm.
So for
mm,
me, this would be a bit too late. There's a
yes, I'm
danger
with you.
that they're gonna pull back. Yeah.
Yep,
But maybe
yep.
longs into power hour if there is a meaningful pullback and then catch it back
And
to the
then catch it.
upside.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, speaking of pullbacks, our funded trader that was up about almost 50,
51K.
51,000 earlier has had a
Mm-hmm.
pullback. So he had some communication with the risk team. They agreed that they were going to lock him in at a specific loss from that number unfortunately, he did hit that, but still a $41,000 winning day after losing just
Amazing.
$10,000 off that high. But that's going to be a great day, of course, and he's going to have that again moving forward into tomorrow. So great job by the risk team and of course for that trader. So uh, we are going to be doing hot streaks here. We got JD coming in again for to do hot streaks. We missed that in fast markets today with the trader in chief in the room. So JD, whenever you're ready, we can do that.
Let's do it. Here are these are XFA hot streaks from yesterday. We'll take a look at the live ones in just a minute, but we haven't seen the XFAs in a little bit. So here's Christoph, 45 days worth $14,118, picked up $200 trade in the Russell yesterday. Sylvain's still hanging in there too, now at 42 days worth $13,690, picked up about $270 trading in the micro NASDAQ. Michael R, 41 days worth $28,853, trading the MNQ, made $1,145 yesterday in the micro NASDAQ. Joshua, $10,531 after 27 days in this little heater he's got going. Picked up $211 trading gold. And Young Jae, also at 27 days, worth just about $4,800, trading the ES, made $200 yesterday. Big shout out to these XFA traders. We'll get to the live hot streaks in just a few minutes, guys. I'll be back in a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you, JD. I don't remember the last time I had a 46-day winning streak. That's just amazing. And, you know,
I'm not sure if I've ever actually had a 46-day winning streak. I think my
Yeah, I think
top
my
is like
longest one was 19.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 19. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hot streaks. It's
that's
like
impressive.
if you're up, it's very impressive. Yeah, I heard people going on whole fear-based responses because now they're on a green streak. I actually had a question on the Euro trade from someone. It's like, I've been on a hot streak. I'm 21 days in. Oh my god, I'm so afraid I'm going to lose. And I was like, but why? It's like if the loss is controlled, there's nothing to fear. Like nothing lasts forever, especially not in trading. And it's like
Exactly.
just keep it tight, keep it controlled, eat up the loss, and come back the next day. I like to look at it from a bigger P&L perspective rather than zooming in on every single day or single trade. And I think it takes out that, oh my god, it's a loss.
One of the things that I've noticed about hot streaks is when you've got a hot streak going and you start freaking out about keeping the hot streak going, that first
Yeah.
day when you have that first loss and you start thinking, okay, I got to get that loss back because I got to keep my hot streak going, that has created some of the worst trading days for me because just trying to keep that hot streak going, I lose the sight of what I should be looking at, and that's market generated information. And I start thinking about the money, and thinking about the money takes you out of your ability to think cognitively, and you just bury that day. So when I start to when I start to get that feeling like I really want to keep this hot streak going, I'll break the hot streak on my own and take a day off. Streak broken, no pressure,
That's
back to the
great.
next good trade.
Now you can breathe. Yeah.
I like that.
That day off is much nicer than having a really bad day to break your hot streak for sure.
I think as traders, we should have more of a, oh, well, that was nice. Next.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I think we over dramatize losses and wins a little bit too much sometimes.
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just data.
100%. Yeah. Well, we find so much self-worth in this. Oh, if I win, I feel great about myself. If I lose, I feel terrible about myself. And that is something that really is a cycle that's got to get broken. You just have to work through the process and at the end go, all right, I could have done this better. I could have done that better, but oh well. Let's move on to the next one. Simply because, we can chase perfection. That's what makes excellence, but we can never achieve perfection. And I think a lot of times traders are really obsessed about being perfect because who loves being wrong? I mean, nobody. So,
Well, it comes down to just having reasonable expectations, and,
exactly.
and as you
Yes.
said, not attaching self-worth to anything that happens in the market.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're all good people, no matter how good or bad we trade.
I know some
Yeah.
pretty bad people.
Wise words.
So.
Well, I'm speaking.
I've known a couple of assholes in my career as well. Yes.
Yeah, I'm speaking present company.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
no,
couldn't
no, no,
resist.
no. Oh, come on.
Couldn't
No, there was
resist.
a guy who I actually learned a lot from him, but he just wasn't a very nice man.
Yeah.
I sat next to him in one of the offices, and I, like anyone new coming into the prop space, I went from being a swing trader to intraday, and I'm like, right now I have to make like 20 trades or 50 trades. And he's like watching me as I was hopping in and out of my trades, and then I was done, whatever. And he goes, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And how many ticks did you get out of all of that with, commissions and everything? So I looked at my net P&L and I was like, oh, I don't know, it works out at about, I don't know, let's say 12 ticks. He said, mm-hmm. Well, whilst you were doing all of that hopping in and out, I sat in that same trade and I'm up 60 ticks. So, it's like, you're so mean. But he was right. Of course, he was right.
Sure, he was actually trying to help.
Yeah.
He
Tough
wasn't
love.
trying to help. He was trying to rub it in my face, but never mind.
No,
Oh yeah.
there were plenty of those in the trading pit. I'll tell you, there were
Yeah.
I bet.
most of the.
Yeah.
There were some really nice people. There were people that were willing to help, but there were also people willing to kind of rub your face in your own foibles. And so how are these positions going? I see you're still in the nat gas long D.
Yeah, it's just going 0 -5, 0 +3 -9. So we'll see. I mean, it's not like, it's almost like somebody's taking a vacation today. If we see any movement, it should come in the next sort of 20 minutes. So sort of basically into the settlement. It's still hanging around the 325 level, which is exactly my entry. So I'm willing to give it a little bit more time because there's nothing else. If I was going to short it, I really probably should short it at least around 330. So it's nowhere near any levels where I would like to be short. And that's why I'm going to commit a little bit more to this trade and see where they want to take it. Again, doesn't work out. I'm fine with that. Might kill it early. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm willing to just give them a little bit more time to sort themselves out.
And Anne Marie, you're in a hog.
I'm short lean
position.
hogs, and I just took an opening test trade short in the MES. If it starts working out, I'm going to move over to the ES, which is the one on the far left. But yeah, I'm going to trade lean hogs into the close, and then I'm going to try and sell every bounce that I see into a lower high. I think I'm at the top of a range, but I'm trading a seasonality formation that should last into the second week of August. And so every year for the last 10 years, Lean Hogs has been a short from July 22nd until August the 16th.
Okay.
So I'm
Just
just going to
kinda-
trade the seasonality, see how it works out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
mean,
Just taking a look at
yeah, I
what's
like that.
going on. Your short in the MNQ is looking pretty good here, Anne Marie. But just taking a look at what's going on with the rest
MES.
of the market. Gold has a 61% short tilt. It's just kind of ranging near the highs 34.42.90 last. Crude oil has a 65% long tilt, and it's trading basically relatively close to the center of the regular trading hour session range, 65.28. We're seeing the S&Ps come off of that little peak above the IB high there. Still seeing negative delta in that, but that short is certainly looking good, trading 63.43. And the orders right now, and the NASDAQ really just sticking around the TPO point of control, the volume point of control. No real big moves as far as the NASDAQ is concerned. I was surprised to see the S&Ps take that little bit of a look over that IB high, and the NASDAQ did nothing. Still long that one MGC all the way down at what was that 34.0870 seems like a year ago. Still holding into it. Delta still negative 2,700 in the August contract. I looked at the D's contract a little while ago. That also has negative delta because it is starting to come in to rollover. And then once the August to December rollover comes in, this is my favorite time of the year for gold because you have basically August, September, October, November, and December, almost 5 straight months without a rollover. It makes it very, very clear to kind of
Nice.
view open interest and volume studies in that. So, but man, oh man, what a rally these last couple of days.
It's insane. Do you think this is a short squeeze?
Well,
Or do you think this is or this is new buying?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's new
Okay.
buying, longer
Mm-hmm.
time frame, getting shorter time frame traders into a
Off
short
sides.
squeeze,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because as far as open interest is concerned, the final came out. We added 24,500 new contracts on the move to the upside yesterday. Volume wasn't all that tremendous,
Wow.
but that move to the upside we saw yesterday. I'm going to go to the 30-minute chart on this because I still have my notes from the opening call here. So the opening range was the dead ass low. We rallied pretty much all day. We added again a bunch of open interest, most of which was in the December contract. We added, hang on a second, 18,600. And Hoop was pointing out that's a little less than half of the overall volume in the December contract
Holy
yesterday,
cow.
right? So that's some pretty strong buying, negative delta. And then in the August contract, we added to 3,300 contracts, and price again moved higher. So, at the same time, we're creating a shorter time frame short squeeze. I believe we are seeing the longer time frame buyers coming back into this market. If you remember, we talked in January about the beginning of something possibly big because we were seeing what we're seeing now. Back in January, we started to see an accumulation of open interest day over day at higher prices and negative delta. That negative delta is the shorter time frame traders just getting run over, and then they have to cover, and they get run over, and they have to cover, and they get run over, and they have to cover. So at the same time as a short squeeze, depending on time frame, of course, is I think what we're seeing happening, and I could I have predicted back in January that we were going to see a move of this magnitude? No.
Insane.
But what it did do was keep me from being short and to be looking to buy weakness all the way up, buy weakness all the way up. So we're seeing that happening again.
That wedge break is going to be savage if it holds.
Well, it's there now, right? There's that
Yeah.
trend line. There's that trend line.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. Again, a lot of it depends on if we see that tomorrow morning we lose a whole bunch of open interest, then this is the short squeeze. Then I'll look for a pullback, some sort of basing, and then possibly another move to the upside after that.
So do we go to the CME for that information in terms of uh, you know, what short interest, excuse me, what open interest looks like? Is that where we find that?
Yeah, there's a couple of places on the CME website to do that. I prefer the daily bulletin because they used to give this out on the trading floor. Let me
Ah,
let me put the link in the chat here so
thank
everybody can
you.
take a look at this.
Dan
Uh,
Emmons is probably not wrong. I'm in the V contract hoop. V is in Victor. Dan says
That's
institutional
October, yeah.
underexposure.
yeah, yeah. So here it is. I mean, this website will take you to any of the futures or options open interest that trade on any of the CME Group products. So you got your Comex, you got NYMEX, you got CME, you got Chicago Board, you got CBOT. So let's take a look at the equities. All right. Well, here, no, let's take a look at metals. So here's what we're looking at. This is the final. A and the first thing in the morning at 5 o'clock when I sit down, it says preliminary. It takes time for the exchange to even be able to accurately assume or to correctly calculate the open interest. It actually takes the exchange extra time, so we can go through and we'll see different metals, and then page 3 is always GC. So here's the July,
Okay.
here's the August contract. Here's the total open interest in the August contract, 215,000 and change. And then there's the additional, the addition from the previous day's session, which was yesterday's session. Then you've got the December, which will be the next front month. There's some bastard months in gold. And I hate calling them that. It's just so rude, but that's what they call them in the industry. So the contracts that don't trade much. But look at the volume, 38,000, and we added 18.6 in open interest just yesterday. Almost half the volume was an addition in open interest. So we're starting to come into rollover, and gold is one of those contracts that it's hard to put a finger on exactly what day the roll is going to be. But you can see, you got equities. This was always the one I was grabbing coming onto the trading floor.
Mike
There's the
Trade says,
final.
damn bastard months.
Yes.
It made me laugh.
So yeah, that's where I get that information, and I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of it and look for trends in open interest and volume and deltas, and sometimes it can really open your eyes to a big possibility, and sometimes it doesn't tell you anything. But I find
I'm
that
gonna have
the
to
times
make
that it
that.
tells me
Yeah.
something are well worth the effort of keeping all that information together.
I need to make that
All
part
right,
of my morning routine.
all right,
I
we've
just
got
asked Hogue.
yeah, you can ask me, no problem.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm going to
We
trade
got
gold, I'm
another.
like, hey, Hogue, anything notable? Anything notable in gold? And he's like, well, yes, no. And then he gives me the numbers, and I'm like, thank you.
No problem. All right, we got stats number 2 coming up here. We got live funded accounts hot streaks coming up here. Back here with JD. JD, let's do it.
Let's do it. We just saw the XFA hot streaks. Here are the live funded trader hot streaks. A little different. There's some nuance involved moving from a sim environment to a live environment, and that shows in these hot streaks a little bit. We got James D on a 9-day ripper with $3,120 trading the MNQ. Mark, 7 days with $2,400 trading the NQ. John N, $2,533 after 5 days trading the micro SMP. Dennis on a nice run, 4 days worth $5,303 trading the micro Nasdaq also. And Huafeng, whose name we saw a couple times today. Huafeng was on our P&L board, picked up $4,627 yesterday. $672, $4,672 trading the Nasdaq yesterday. And he was also on our payout list. Huafeng took an $8,789 payout yesterday. So big day
Awesome.
all around for Huafeng, right? And he's also on our hot streaks board. 4 days worth $16,297 trading the NASDAQ. That's Pro Ball Trader right there. That's
No
what
kidding.
I've got for you guys.
Pro
Remember the
Ball
name.
live
Fighting.
market.
Very nice.
Pro Ball.
So you're
live
going to
market.
take this gold trade into the close?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
close or the 4 p.m. close?
Well, it's already past
It's already
settlement.
closed, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, but
Might as well
we
hold it.
still have
Yeah.
considerable negative delta. So if there's still some shorter time frame shorts that are hoping and praying that this market will roll over, if it doesn't happen, that might be our last push to the upside at the end of the day. I thought we might see that yesterday. Turned out to be a little bit weak, but we never know. We'll have to see how it plays out today. I mean,
Well, we have a gamma
no
wall sitting at 34.50, so it's very
Yep,
possible that
it's all
they
that.
might trickle it up to that.
excellent. I've got a previous naked TPO point of control, 34.51.40. That
Nice.
dovetails
Nice.
very nicely up there.
Yeah. Great trade.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
well, 2 days in a row, opening range breakout trade pays handsomely.
The trend has
Really,
been insane.
yeah. Well, after we saw that open interest in January and saw that price rising, Anne Marie, that's when you texted me and said, that there's a lot of overseas banks buying physical gold right now, and that was like, well, there it is. I mean, in
Yep.
essence, the market, open interest, delta, and all of that kind of told me
Just confirmed
beforehand
that,
that
yeah.
there were strong buyers in there,
Yep,
and that just confirmed it.
for sure.
Confirmed it. So
Could you imagine if we had a time machine as traders? How absolutely insane things would get with everybody going back to do whatever it is that they want to do. I often think about things, bizarre things that might cause the world to blow up, and certainly having a time machine and being a trader is probably one of those things that
But
would.
then
you
there's
want to
the
be like,
paradox. Isn't there a
Yes.
paradox? Yes. If you go back and you know that something is going to pump so much, and you go full port, maybe you affect the price, and then maybe
Oh,
you change
absolutely.
the outcome and create
Absolutely.
universe.
Absolutely. Everything you think is going to happen
That's
is
what I think.
going to be totally changed. Yeah.
it's
It's
like
a
having
butterfly effect.
the sports
Yes.
almanac
Yeah.
20 years from now, having it now,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
like
It's
Biff,
Yeah.
Back to the Futures. Yeah.
Like
Back to the
Biff.
I
Future.
couldn't remember his name. I was thinking of it. You got it right there, Biff. I don't know what Biff's
Biff.
last name was, but it's
Hello,
probably something.
McFly. Hello, McFly.
And now the younger people are like, what are
What?
they talking about?
Yeah.
What?
There was a what was it? Night Gallery. No, there's a show like in the late 50s, early 60s. Rod Serling.
I loved those Twilight Zones.
The
I don't remember the
Twilight
one.
Zone. That's it.
Yeah.
But there was a Twilight Zone where the guy like got the newspaper like 2 days ahead of time, and he was going to make a bunch of money until he looked in the obituaries and saw his. You don't want to
Oh,
know. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I don't
I remember the
have
one
any
where
desire to know the future.
there was a guy in also an episode of Twilight Zone where the guy does something with the street. The guy that does like dice, and then the guy did something, and he goes back to his house, and nobody knows who he is. Like apparently he doesn't exist.
Huh.
Yeah,
Wandered
that would
into a
happen to me.
parallel universe.
Yes. Anything like that would
That
happen
would
to me.
probably happen to me as well, I think.
I was looking at
Well,
all the reactions that might wait. Let me see if my FaceTime will do it here. Wait, we gotta work this out here. Let's see if it does this. Hold on.
well, oh, hey.
Oh,
That's
hilarious.
Oh, using that if the trades go bad.
Oh my goodness.
Full
Absolutely
rain
right. Holy
And
cow.
just on you as well. Just like
Yes. Raining on
nobody
Anne-Marie.
else, just where you are. Yes.
Well,
Oh,
on that
that's
note,
funny.
we're at the end of the segment. As always, thank you very much. You know how much I love you, and we all love you. And we got to really cool power players coming up here next. We're joined by someone you might recognize from the world of reality TV, Grant Ellis,
Oh.
standout contestant from The Bachelor. But what you might not know about Grant is he has traded the rose ceremony for the rhythm of the markets. This is really good. From primetime drama to real-time price action, he's bringing in his competitive edge and charisma back to the world of futures trading. Anne-Marie, Deanna, blessings. Looking forward to the next time we have the chance to sit together.
Likewise.
Great segment. And all right, folks, that's what's coming up next. Power players, Top Step TV. Let's go.
And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
yes. Power players indeed. We got Grant working behind the scenes. We'll get him in here in just a minute. Got Dolby time as well. I guess it's you and me, Dolby time, for the time being. The power players
Man weave.
in the house. Let's get right into it. Let's take a look at some of these prices. Then we'll do the range thing. Dolby time last trade in the NASDAQ, 23,227. Take a look at the ES, 6344. Gold, again, house count still long. 1 micro gold from 33.08 last trade, 34.42. Crude just chilling right now, trading $65.07. Dolby time, let's get right into it. We got ranges here, Dolby. Talk to me. Let's break it down.
Let's. Well, for one, it's hello, chat. It's also way easier to identify ranges at 1 o'clock versus in the morning. A lot more is kind of out. So let's start at the tippy top. I'll erase everything here. Start from scratch. The daily range. What I was looking at is the previous range for the daily. So we were talking about this yesterday. We had that massive range that we broke out of around like early July. So like July 10th, first 2 weeks. We ended up in touching the very top of that, which is 23,104. And so I'm kind of using that as to establish the bottom of our current daily range. So now we're range over range. So we have a range over another one. Daily range high, let's say 400s, big round number. Really big round numbers in the Nasdaq, they tend to be very bouncy, and you can even look at the 23,100s. I mean, we bounced right off there. So I always have the big round numbers for Nasdaq on my charts. And as of right now, I'm not really seeing a range on the 4 hour. There's one on the daily. 4 hours been kind of trendy. Maybe it's going to set up later into today. The 1 hour, though, has very clearly defined itself. That's kind of the benefit of starting a trading session a little bit later, is that more of the market has revealed itself. So the 1 hour range high, I got about 23,250.
250.
Yep, range high. And then the range low would be about 23,160. And then there, yeah, just kind of chopping in the middle. The 1 hour, the 30-minute look pretty much the same. So we're kind of just playing within this tiny range right here. I would even say we're probably pretty close to the middle of the daily. Let's see. Let's see how close we actually are. We've got a ways to go. The middle of this range, 23,264. But if you round it to what we're using for the daily range high, puts you at about 23,250. And we're
50.
Close to there as is, only about 30 points off. So thoroughly range bound. As far as direction, not quite sure. Not quite sure. It's like the market's in a little bit of a waiting pattern. Maybe there's some ranges, this 1 hour range. We could trade that, maybe short the highs, buy the lows. But shorting the Nasdaq always feels a little bit weird, but it worked this morning. It did work this morning.
It did indeed. Saw that sell off in fast markets. Called about 150, call it 250 point sell off in the Nasdaq. Dolby said, yes, we bottomed out 23,108. Yes, the range of a range. ES last trade 63.43. We got Grant E gonna be coming here soon. Celebrity back to trading, taking payouts.
That's so cool. Yeah, I have so many questions. So many questions for Grant. Was he like talking trading off screen with the boys, or was he trying to show charts of the girls? It's like, this is a double bottom. This is a double top.
Hey, once a trader, always a trader.
I think so, Dre. I think so.
Take a look at the headlines. Nothing really jumping off just recently, I should say. Again, we did see some. Look at the ladder on the ES and the NASDAQ. Saw 700 lots, 1,000 lots on both NASDAQ and the ES. Not seeing anything just yet. See if more is to come here on Power Players. Oh,
doorbell. Oh, I got it.
Where's he at?
Let's see who's at the door.
Where's he at? Yeah, there he is, the man in the middle, Grant E in the house. What's going on, Bachelor? It's been a minute. How have things gone? How has life changed? And hey, once a trader, always a trader, Grant.
Yeah, once a trader, always a trader. But everything's good, man. Life's the same, really. Just out here in LA. But I've been trading for a while now. I've been trading for 5 years. That's never going to change. And other than the world of reality, trading is a way for me to supplement income and use and utilize the income I make to fund my own projects. So it's something that's really really cool, you know.
I
Well,
say,
for
what? Speaking of
those,
projects, what's this hat you got on, man? This looks pretty uplifting, kind of
Oh,
cool.
this is just one of my friends' logos. It's called Call Your Fam. It's just one of my friends. I got a lot of Top Step gear at the house in Texas, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't really I didn't bring it out here.
well, for those that are meeting you for the first time here on Top Step TV, Grant, where have you been? What have you been up to? Last we saw you, hell, November
Yeah,
2024. You've been a busy man, celebrity. Update the
busy
folks
man.
on
Yeah,
what you've been doing.
man. So I've been really busy. Finished filming The Bachelor.
Oh,
Been traveling, doing a lot of appearances, and then, I got another show coming up. I'm not really allowed to speak on, but I got
oh,
another show coming up in September, and throughout that whole process, I'm going to be trading. You know what I'm saying, and documenting that, and it's gonna be really fun. It's just a way to show that traders do a variety, multitude of different things, and it's not just trading. Trading allows you the time and freedom to do whatever you want. When you get to a point of profitability, you can pursue whatever endeavors or whatever career you really want.
I have to
love
say,
that.
Grant, if you ever decided to, start a trading Instagram or anything like that, you would be miles ahead of the competition because you truly are living the life.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
I actually got one. I have a group, I have a Discord. We got about nothing crazy. We got about 500 members in there, and I trade live every morning. Trade
oh,
live every
nice.
morning with them. Yeah, so I don't want to plug my page, but yeah, I can check it out.
I didn't even
It's,
know
it's
that. I didn't even know that, chat. I swear.
I
Totally
yeah, it's
mean,
new.
yeah.
I did not set him
XLSTV.
up for it. It just happens. He just happens to have a Discord. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, doing my
Good to
Um,
see
thing,
them.
and yeah, I encourage everybody in there to trade with Top Step X, and it's just super cool. We got a lot of people funded, and people are really learning, so it's really dope.
all
Oh, that's
right, Grant.
awesome.
Let's catch up with Grant the Trader. So you got done filming. You're doing the press. You're doing the car wash, if you will, doing all these appearances and stuff. How have you been able to trade? You XFA. You've taken 2 payouts in your XFAs, correct?
Yeah, I actually just took a payout out today
Ooh.
across both platforms. Been able to scale these 50K accounts up, and yeah, I just been able to trade just by staying disciplined and staying regimented. I wake up in the morning when I'm in LA, I'm up at 6 a.m. When I'm in New York, I'm up at 9, and when I'm in Houston, I'm up at 8. And I wake up before the market. I stick to my rules, stick to my I stick to everything that I got going on, and it works.
I'd say so.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
what time frame? Sorry, what location is your favorite to trade from? West Coast, Middle, or East
East
Coast?
East Coast probably just because it's New York. Everything I do is based off of New York time in my trading, but
Ooh,
West Coast is a lot better. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Sorry, I remember that was happening last time.
that's is the
West
Nasdaq
Coast is
calling
a lot
you? It's
better.
selling
I'll
off
pick
right
it
now.
up.
We're down like 20
Oh
points. Oh
yeah,
shit,
right,
something's going on.
Yeah, hell, we got
right.
some selling coming in here.
Yeah, we
ES
do.
someone hit the sell button, bottom out here, 63.35, about 10 point sell off there. Nasdaq, we're talking about 50 points or so, bottom out 23,189. Got our eyes on the headlines,
Hmm.
not seeing much just yet. He did say something on Truth Social here. I'm not
He's
sure if
been
that was
busy
behind
boy
it.
today, Dre. He's been a busy
Yeah.
boy today.
Yes, he has. All right, Grant. Let's talk about this trade. Talk about the levels. Any prices you're seeing here that prices of interest in either the NQ or the ES, Grant?
So I'm looking at the ES and I'm looking at the NQ, and I see that we have um, some difference, some divergence in the market here, where the ES has took out the highs that happened at 8:07 a.m., where the
Huh?
ES has failed to do so. So that could definitely be signaling some weakness in the Nasdaq. I mean, where the Nasdaq failed to do so. So it could be some weakness in the Nasdaq. Um, and as of right now, I'm not really looking for anything, but I think there could be a possibility potentially for the Nasdaq to uh, take out the highs at lunch, the 12:30 highs, or melt tomorrow and overnight at the lows. Like I said, there's a bit of divergence between these two pairs, so I'm just looking in the strength of correlation between the ES and the Nasdaq, and trying to figure out a play that works if there's a crack in correlation between these two pairs. But as of right now, I
How's
really don't have any viable trades. Like this would be a situation where I kind of sit out and wait and wait.
Oh,
nothing wrong with waiting?
we need not seeing
Bit of
anything yet,
sad
Dolby. Go ahead.
news.
Oh
Ozzy
yeah.
Osbourne has passed 76. one of the greatest metal
Yeah.
performers of all time, incredibly influential. So R.I.P. Ozzy. Don't know if they have bats in heaven, but maybe you will find out. But man, legendary rocker, legendary rocker.
Yes, indeed. There's
Have
some.
you?
Ooh, go
Yeah.
ahead, Dolby. I'm looking for
So,
headlines here.
yeah, it's all over Twitter, or X, whatever you want to use. So, anyways, back to trading. Grant, have you always done the correlation thing between the ES and NQ? I'm trying to remember back to the first time we talked to you about trading a couple of months ago, I believe, many months ago. So, are you a correlation trader then? Is that kind of like your framework for the markets?
Yeah, that's kind of my framework. I trade classic, uh, what people say ICT concepts, but I trade those, and I use the correlation between the markets to find a trade. Like today, prior to this massive sell off, at market open, the ES was failing. The ES was failing to make a new high, while the Nasdaq swept these highs here, and that led to a pretty massive sell off that happened right at almost pre-market. So this high here, and then if we look at these highs here, so that crack in correlation caused me to go with. Typically, I would trade the weaker pair or the pair that's showing weakness, but I traded the Nasdaq and caught some of these shorts. Just a little move today, but then I ended up going back in there and actually kind of losing that back. So that was some shorts I caught today, and that's why my balance is only $27 because I went in there and traded it, and then uh, was trying to catch some of this long position before the call, and I ended up giving that back to the market. So,
hey man,
Nice.
there's that risk.
Yeah. How do you
for sure,
determine
that's why I
which
stopped
ones?
today. I'm like, you know what, I'm done for the day. I my trade already, but it does look like for me, it does look like we could maybe see potential for the ES to sweep. I believe this is Asian highs up here. I would like to see them sweep one of these two pools of liquidity, either Asia or London, that happen, and that would give room for the Nasdaq to maybe take out this double top here, which is a pool that I'm eyeing. I'll see if that will happen. See if that happens here.
I say those buyers bought this up a lickety split. I mean, just as fast as we came down, we did already back up almost 40 points. So that was a
Yes, we did.
very short-lived sell-off. Didn't have any orders in. I don't know if
No.
we would have gotten filled anyways, to be honest. But it is a great range. See how that plays out. Grant, how do you determine which market do you decide to like follow or trade on? Because the ES and Nasdaq have totally different personalities. So which one do you kind of lead off of?
Well, say for instance here, like there may be a position. See how both of these markets here, there's a gap in this market here and this market here. Okay, well then typically what I would look for is if this market tapped into this gap here, right, and then this market failed to do so, which it didn't happen, I would go with the pair that's showing the strength. So if the Nasdaq filled in this gap here and the ES failed to do so, I would trade the ES because it's showing the unwillingness to go lower, and that means
Okay.
strength for position. Like I'll try to find an example from this bear run that happened, which I don't know if there is one.
Looking for a leader and a laggard between the ES and the
Yeah,
Nasdaq. Trying to, which
That's
one's
cool.
leading? And so
Let's-
let's look at it right now, Grant. I know obviously we're a bit of a range, but what one do you see as perhaps leading and lagging here?
yeah, just because both of these markets have both tapped in the same gap. If I correlate this gap with this gap here, both of these markets have tapped into the gap. Now this market here has stayed in the upper range, so this one might be a leader. But this doesn't fit my trade qualifications. I would want to see a gap stay open on one of the markets and a gap be filled in on the opposing market, and then the leader would be the one that showed the willingness to not fill in. So I wouldn't take this trade or force this trade. But for instance, yeah, it's not really showing in. Okay, yeah, this signals for me that there definitely could be a bullish reaction, right? And I would
Okay.
look for a potential position if I get what I'm looking for, because if I pair up these two gaps here with the Nasdaq here and
Can you just use
the ES,
prices,
the
Grant? Just
Nasdaq
like
came and filled in this gap, and the ES left this gap open. leading to a bullish reaction. But right now, I wouldn't make a play off of this just because both markets are showing a little bit of bearishness right now. So this was something I would wait.
I know there's rumors going out there right now. Nothing is confirmed. Nothing is confirmed. Let's stay locked in on this trade right here. 63.41 last trade, 63.42 now last trade in the ES NASDAQ 23,214. We got the Bachelor. We got an XFA funded trader in the house. Grant, we missed you. How do you, when you're talking to the ladies on the show, do you talk trading at all or you just keep that to the side? How does that work? How does that work?
No, yeah, I don't really talk trading to the ladies. They don't really want to hear about trading, but they know what I do.
Okay.
It's something that interests people. So I don't really go into my job or talk trading, but they know that I'm a day trader, and just trying to make that super relevant. Because a lot of people don't really know what day trading is, or they think it's gambling, or think it's whatever. When it really is, it's not. It's just you have an edge, and you stick to that edge, and over the course of a period of time, it plays out. So yeah, that's just kind of like my take on it.
In your professional experience, at what date interval should a day trader say that they're a day trader to someone that they're trying to?
I think you say your first date. I think you
first
say
date.
I think you say it first date, so she knows what it is, and she don't have no questions. You let her. You got to be frank off the rip. First date.
Love it.
She's gonna ask you what you do anyway.
Hey, don't want to be a liar. Don't want to be a liar
Yeah,
on the
just
first date.
say I trade the markets for a living. I'm a day trader.
Love
Look at
that.
That's confidence right there.
All right. Well, right now, go ahead, Grant.
No, we are having some cracking correlation here. So what I'll do is I'm going to enter a long position.
Okay,
let's go. Slow here on one contract and see if we can get a run to just to see if we can get this run here.
What's your position? Can you update that? What market and how many times?
On the Nasdaq, I just did a small test of one contract on 2023. I entered at 23.29 and 3/4, and I'm just taking it to 23.229 flat. I'm just gonna try to take it to 23. And the reason why is just I didn't get what I'm looking for. Not that it's a forced position, but we did have a little bit of divergence here where the ES was making lower lows and the Nasdaq kind of made some equal lows here. So just a small scalp here to try to end the day. And I'm just going to really trim my wrist now just because I want to see some strength.
Long from 219? Long from 219?
Yeah, 220 to 23, 229.
Up to 229. Long one, Nasdaq 23,220. Last trade 22,000, 23,000. 220.
Is this a typical trade? What one of your typical trades looks like, or no?
No. I mean, I would, like I said, I would like to. What I would really like to see would be one of these asset pairs to stay open on the gap. But yeah, like my risk to reward typically is anywhere between a 1 to 2 or like a 1 to 3. This is just me kind of taking the trade here, seeing if we can get strength to this high here.
All right, so you're long the Nasdaq, right? You're long the Nasdaq. What are you looking for in the ES, or when you're in the Nasdaq? Do you even look at the ES anymore? Because ES might be grinding higher. You took this trade in the Nasdaq because you saw the ES leading, and you want Nasdaq to follow. Or correct?
Yeah, I took the trade just because I saw the ES making some lows here, and the Nasdaq was failing to do so. And we're in this gap here, so I think there's some bullish pressure, and I would like to see the ES and the Nasdaq run a little higher and maybe sweep out some highs here. If not, then it doesn't do that. But that really would be my only trade for the rest of the remainder of the session.
Okay. See if we get a push here. ES. Yeah, 63.42 last trade there. 23,216 last trade in Nasdaq. Crude catching a bid here, $65.31 a barrel. Really on the tilt. Now, Grant E in the house, taking payouts, XFAs on The Bachelor in LA, in New York, still coming here on Top Step TV. Did you miss us? Be honest. Did you remember who we were when you were signing autographs, shaking hands, kissing baby? Did you remember who we were, Grant?
Of course, man. It's good to have a good trading community. With the guys that talk trading, and everything that comes with that, trading, dating, and everything else in between.
Which is harder? Which is harder, dating or trading?
Dating
In
for
terms
sure.
of, is it
Yeah,
dating? Is it really? Yeah.
Dating for sure is definitely harder than trading, especially out in LA. Definitely a lot.
Well, I can't imagine.
Why LA? What about what's up in LA?
Oh, it's just a crazy, crazy place, man. LA is a crazy place to be dating. So definitely looking to slow it down and relocate pretty soon.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Are you still in this?
No, I got tagged out. I just was super small risk. It's not really an A+ setup. So, like I said, an A+ setup for me would have been one of these pairs to stay unfilled in the gap and the other pair to fill in. They both filled in the gap here. So I'm probably just going to sit out.
Hey, you saw your trade and took it, though. Can't fault that.
Yeah,
We're supposed to do as traders.
And I did it with my if typically if it's an A+ setup, I'm going to go in there with some risk, with some pretty heavy risk or pretty moderate risk. If it's not a good setup, then I went in there with one contract, so I don't mind taking that loss.
No,
absolutely.
Great
Yes, manage the downside risk. All right, we didn't come into the bottom of the hour here. Take a look at the ES. ES might be leading this thing, grinding higher. Last trade 63.42 half. NASDAQ riding a little higher here, 23,219. We got to keep an eye on crude. Crude continues to catch a bid. 65.41 here on Top Step TV. While we're at it, see, we bring you all the goods here. Click subscribe, click notify, upper right-hand corner there. See, all right, ES looks like it's going first here, Grant.
Yeah, it looks like the ES is leading the market. So what I would look for if there's a reentry, I would like to see, like I said, one of these pairs leave a gap while the other pair fills in the gap, and I would go with the pair that's showing the most strength. I do think that, overall my bias is for the NASDAQ to see if the NASDAQ has the ability to take out highs here. But we'll see. We'll see what exactly what's going on here. So let's look to see if there's a small possibility for a re-entry after this 1 minute candle closes here.
Okay, sounds good. Re-entry into the NASDAQ, yeah? Because you see ES moving. Now you're going to see if the NASDAQ wants to follow.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for this candle, this 1 minute, these candles to close, and then I'm going to see which pair is showing me. See, typically I would like to see both of these pairs. So there's a small gap here, a small gap here. Let's just see how this candle. I have to wait for this 1 minute candle to close and then see if we can get a fill.
I like that.
Okay, so there's no gap here, and there's no real gap here. So it doesn't look like it meets the criteria for a trade for me.
Stick to your process. Absolutely. Discipline. Limit your trades. Don't overtrade. I like that. Also, comebacks. We're all about comebacks here on Top Step and Top Step TV. We like to highlight and give shout outs to everyone trading in our community that has done a great comeback today. With that being said, Gabe, let's do jab. Who has fought back today on Top Step TV? What's up, Gabe?
What's up? We got a few. We got Alvin. Shout out to Alvin. 1,100 each. Copy trading 2 combines locked out for the day. Great work there, Alvin. We got Jay. I think it took about 6 to 8 weeks to turn my 1 micro into 2. I'm still $75 away, but absolutely is making me a better trader. I like that one. That was when we were in a conversation of increasing size this morning, and just taking a slow, steady approach to increasing size, which I liked. So shout out to Jay. We got Yoke J as well, locked in on that NQ short for a 2K profit. We got Mean Gene past my combine this morning, gold, and just close out a trade in my XFA for 21.23. I am out of here. Great work there, Mean Gene. We got David Lopez. I was down to 1,700 with the fall of the NASDAQ, and now I'm up 944. Locked myself out. Great work, David. And last but not least, we got futures trading NQ past my 100K combine just now. Great work there, futures trading. Shout out to all those traders jabbing away out there in chat. If we missed you, we see you. And that's it. What I got for you, Dre. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Back to Grant here. We see the ES. You push higher here, 63.45. 45 half now trades. Looks like the NASDAQ wants to follow the ES here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're both kind of rising higher. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be some type of push. Let's see now if the NASDAQ can reach this high here while the ES, we've just swept out a buy side liquidity pool. We also have maybe potentially some target up here. but it's pretty late in the afternoon. So like I said, what I'll be looking for is a cracking correlation between the two pairs. My initial first entry, it wasn't A plus for me, so I entered with a really tight stop. So now I'm going to look to see if I can get a move, like I said, with one pair filling in a gap and the other pair uh, failing to do so, and that would lead to a trade for me, and I wouldn't take it unless I get that.
You are locked in, Grant. Man, you are absolutely locked in. Like riding a bike for you. Good to have you back on here. Let's see if the ES closing about 3 points away from day high, 63.49 in the orders. Dolby time. Look at the NQ here is coming up to the upper end of the 5-minute range. Looking at
definitely getting the hourly. We're very, very
240s.
close to. Yeah, we're very close on the hourly. I had some offers in. I pulled them though because shorting Nasdaq gives me the heebie-jeebies, and we did do a higher lows off lows. So this looks like it could be pretty strong to the upside. I kind of wish we had some orders in between like 160, but I don't think we would have gotten filled. Looking for this midpoint, 23,253 in the Nasdaq. Kind of lines up with that 1 hour range high as well. So if we did have shorts in, that's what we would have been leaning on. I just don't think there would have been a ton of value in that trade, but you never know until you put the trade on. Never know. But I don't know, Trey. Short in the Nasdaq. Yeah.
Tricky proposition. Made new all-time highs yesterday. I want to say about 4 times we made new all-time highs just this month. Looks like the ES got some more gas in the tank to the upside here. Now about 2 points away from day highs. 63.48. More buying coming in here. Looks like we're going to make new highs.
Hello.
Nasdaq is following along here. Grant, great read. Your stop was tight. That's okay. Managing your risk. A great read here. Seeing that play out in real time.
Yeah, definitely a lot of bullish pressure in the market right now. And I think a first stop could be this high. And then potentially if the ES wants to remain and go higher, I think once we take out this liquidity pool right here, we could see potentially some maybe an overturn in the market. We'll see. Or maybe we might be on a bull run. We've been super bullish lately. So just seeing if even if I could participate in a small move from here to here to just get my equity back, I might look to place one more position if I get what I'm looking for, probably in the NASDAQ on 2 contracts.
All right, let's see if
nice.
Let's see if the ES either pulls into a gap or the NASDAQ pulls into one of these fair value gaps here, and that would leave for room to the upside.
71% long NASDAQ tilt, 70% long ES tilt right now. And ES wanted to make a run for day session highs. Came within ticking or 2 ticks of it, 63.49. Grant, when there isn't a correlation and it's hard to figure out the leader and the lagger, is it just no trade, hands off, and you're just watching to see if a correlation does develop or a pattern does develop? Because sometimes you just won't get it for a half hour after after the opening bell. You see that sometimes. How do you know and lock in to say that, yes, okay, we do have a correlation going here between the ES and the NASDAQ?
Yeah, so something like this, I would here.
Yeah, we're in.
And look to see if we could take price to this high here.
What price did you get?
Like I said, the NASDAQ has filled in our gap here, and the ES, if we look at the correlating gap, the ES has failed to do so. So the ES is showing strength, but just because I'm looking to make back some of the profits that I lost, I would take the pair. I would take the NASDAQ on this pair, and once the ES reaches its buy side liquidity pool or its buy side target, I would just exit the trade. And depending on the run, I could even take a 1-to-1 here just to get back on the right foot here in terms of the market. So now I'm going to just trim my risk here.
Love it. What price you long from, Grant?
I was long from 23.38.75 here.
Nice.
All right.
And so do you typically trade to get back to break even, or do you trade the trade?
Well, no, there's sometimes when I'm aggressive, like if we're pretty late in the session, so I'm kind of just throwing on trades here. But if I'm pretty early in the session, 9:30, I'll be pretty aggressive, and I trade to definitely try to make some good profits. But if there's a place where I could limit risk here, I'm definitely going to do so. So if the trade does come back and stop, then I'll do it. But as of right now, I just want to get in the green for the day so I can continue my streak. So I think that's what I'll do.
What's
think I'll
Order
close-
filled.
Hold on.
I think
What's your
I'll
streak
close
at?
out. Just 5 days. I'm trying to just keep that alive. here.
5. Nice.
Yeah, 5 days. So as soon as ES takes out this pool here,
Hello.
I'm out of there. I'm out of this trade.
All right, looks like ES just all right. ES making new highs here. ES cooking to the
Look at
upside,
that trade. Let's
63.50 in the
go.
orders. ES leading, NQ lagging behind, and Grant is watching it happen here in real time. Great stuff. Let's see if there's more gas to the upside here in the ES,
Great
because
trade.
ES is definitely bringing the Nasdaq with it. Dow's also pushing higher here. Grant is long from 23,238. He's got about. He's got about 100 points to get to high of day in the NASDAQ, but ES has just made new highs, 63.51. This is awesome. Nice stuff.
How do we get
Yeah, I
long,
just
Dre?
clear profits just to keep the win streak, going, and I'm out of there. So late afternoon session. So now that we've taken out this pool, this buy side liquidity pool, there's probably going to be a reaction. So that's why I got out of there and just took profits.
Great trade.
And that was sweet. We got a negative delta in the ES as well. So we might be seeing a little bit of a squeeze here. Let's come to the top of the hour in about 19 minutes or so. Grant, that was pretty slick, huh? It worked out
man,
nice.
We get in, we get out,
Uh-huh.
So,
Yes, sir,
so Grant,
bro.
with your schedule, are you able to trade every single day, or do you make your schedule have time for trading?
I always allow my schedule. I got bills, so I always allow my schedule to revolve around trading. Whether I'm with my show coming up, whether I'm in the afternoon, or say I'm filming in LA from 9 to 8. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, have my coffee, or 6 a.m. Get ready for the charts, and then trade from like 6 to 8. Try to find a solid setup, and then go about my day. I think when you have something else that you're doing, whether it's the gym or you get in and you get out. I figure I've done the best in my trading when I hit a profit target, and I just leave for the day. So I've been looking to really try to hit $2,500 per day, and once I do that, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that today, but for the past I just been trying to hit this mark here, and then once I hit that mark, I'm done.
Look at that green.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
so
that.
much
Yeah,
green. That's
that's what
awesome,
happened
dude. Let's
today. I
go.
was at my $2,500 mark, and then I just kept trading. I lost it. So once I do that, once I hit 25, I'm done for the day.
Dude, I love it. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
it.
I love that.
So,
Great
yeah,
stuff,
Grant, I don't
man.
know if you know this, but Andre and I, JD, some of our other top traders, we did our own little reality TV show a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we
And
did.
I gotta say, it takes a little while to get used to those cameras always in your face all the time. How long did it take you? Was it tough? I'm also asking you, Dre, as well. I mean, you're a star. What was
No.
your experience like with those cameras, Dre?
Well, Dolby, the fact is we're on camera every day from bell to bell.
That's
No, I'm
different,
kidding.
though.
It is different. It is different. It takes a minute to get used to it. You definitely watch your words a little bit closer, and you constantly feel like there's someone looking over your shoulder. Grant, did you feel any of that at first? I mean, cameras,
Oh
man.
yeah,
It's
for sure. You on TV, man. They pick apart everything that you say, everything that you do. Funny fact, like when I was filming The Bachelor, I was the second African American bachelor ever. There's only been 29 bachelors, and the audience, man, they just, I guess because I got tattoos and like the way I talk or the way I am, they was just picking me apart, man. Everything I did, they was just picking me apart. So that's just the world, that's just TV, it comes with the territory. So it gives but trading taught me to have thick skin. I don't really let anything affect me. I just go with the flow.
Do you have any advice to Dre or I in case we get in front of a camera again?
Always be yourself. Don't let the camera make you be less of who you are or any more of who you are. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you are naturally outgoing and outspoken, then be that. If you're quiet, then be that. Whoever you are in real life, just be that on camera. Don't change yourself.
Oh man,
I'll take that.
Good
Sometimes it gets
trades
me in
and
trouble though.
wisdom.
Grant, sometimes it gets me in
Right.
trouble though. Being yourself gets you in trouble, man. Especially when they start editing that stuff in post
Would you
production,
rather
man.
walk away from it and say I wasn't being myself, or would you rather just walk away from it and say, I don't live with no regrets. I was myself. If I get in trouble or not, you get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Trouble. You're gonna get in trouble in your life anyway at one point in time, so you might as well be yourself.
All right. Well, there you go. I got
So
permission from Grant. I'm going to do that. I'm taking you up on that.
that's
Hey,
professional
Grant,
advice, man.
I want you to. We got some cool updates here with our live funded program here at Top Step. I want to bring in Gabe. Gabe, let's update Grant as well as everyone watching here on Top Step TV. Some of the updates we've made. Go ahead.
Yes, indeed. We had a couple really major updates that MP came on and shared this morning during Fast Markets. So I wanted to recap. You should be receiving an email or have received an email about 15 minutes ago from Top Step. And it's just kind of recapping a quick highlight of the few changes that we've made. First thing would be we are now covering market data for one exchange as a live funded trader. If you're already in a live account, this starts next billing cycle. If you subscribe to additional exchanges, maybe more than, let's say, the CME, maybe you're doing the NYMEX or some other exchange. If you want to have additional, you'll want to pay for that, of course, separately, as you typically do. But we will cover one exchange. So that's an immediate $133 a month cost that you no longer have to consider when moving into a live funded account stage here at Top Step. We also announced a dynamic live risk expansion and expanded contract sizing that goes hand in hand, tier by tier, with the live performance bonus that we have in our live funded program. In addition to that, 30 winning days in the live account unlocks daily payouts and full access to your balance. But those are the updates. Once again, we have a really great Help Center article with kind of a landing page of everything that you need to know, FAQs, all that fun stuff. But make sure to check your email, as we just recently sent out an email to you about those changes as well. But if you have questions, pop them up in chat. We'll be happy to help. But back to you there, Dre.
Thank you. Yeah, email just hit the inboxes about 15 minutes or so. Grant, let's keep looking at these markets. A little bit of selling coming in here in the ES, topped out at 63.51, pulled back about 4 points or so. Grant, you said you're using trading to fund some of your projects, essentially, a path to a better lifestyle. What are some of these projects that you're using these payouts for? Oh, locked in. He's locked in right now.
Is he frozen?
There he is.
Oh, maybe he's
There you
back
are.
out. I think he's back.
You got me?
You hear us?
All good, all good. See if we get him back on here. 63.48 last trade
You guys
in
see me?
the.
You guys see me?
I see you. Oh, I
Okay,
can see
good.
that. Yeah, you're. Oh yeah.
There's like a little lag
Last
or
trade in.
something.
Yeah, last trade
We're
in
good
the Nasdaq 23,237. We did see that leader and lagger trade play out here, with Grant taking it along in the Nasdaq by watching ES tap on some new highs, 63.51. Grant, you got me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, question. So you're talking about using trading payouts to fund some of these projects that you have going on, essentially, path to a better lifestyle. We're all about that here at Top Step. What are these projects that you are using these payouts for?
Yeah, man. So a lot of them are, some in film and TV that I got coming up, which is essentially like, me being the bachelor, know a thing or two, a little bit about relationships. So I'm funding my own kind of TV series where I'm playing. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Hitch.
Hold on. I
As
want to
like
hear
a dating
this.
coach, helping
I
guys
want to
kind
hear
of
this.
level
What
up.
happened?
What happened?
Yeah. What, you out? Oh, he bounced. He's back.
Oh, on that.
Now
Oh,
he's
yeah.
muted. Did you hear it,
TV
Trey? Did you hear what he's doing? It's cool.
TV. Oh, no. He left. That was a cliffhanger. All right, we'll see if we get update on those projects. Still got 50-50 on the tilt, 70%
Wait.
long crude. Grant, if you
Trey,
got me.
you were the one who disconnected, Trey. You disconnected. We heard the truth. You missed it. Can you say it again, Grant?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Oh,
One
I
more
was
time.
just saying, yeah, just working on a project where I'm playing like the role of Hitch, where I'm kind of like a dating coach. It's a show idea I have that it's really really unique, and then it's in the works, but takes funding. You know what I'm saying? It's a big project, so being able to trade helps me be able to put my own money into my own projects and fund some of these things and get them off the ground with the platform I have.
Are you taking contestants? I have a couple in mind, actually, who might be
Am
good
I
for
taking
you.
what?
Any contestants for your show?
Yeah, taking
Oh, yeah.
contestants. I would. That's literally, three. Every episode is going to be three guys, and then one woman who's the catch. Typically like a high profile one, like maybe an influencer or somebody that we're getting on board, and then the three guys, just regular guys that probably need some help dating to get to spend a day with the bachelor. I'll take them shopping, take them in a nice car, give them some dating advice, and then at the end of the show, they go on a date and see if the lady wants them to go on a second date with them. So it's a good idea.
Oh man, we got plenty of people
Are you
for
kidding
you.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
I'm Put my name in the ring there, Grant.
Here it is.
We got
I'd
Gage.
be happy to. Y'all fellas are welcome to join, and yeah, we're actually filming. We're gonna start filming next month, so just getting the last pieces together for the project. So
What are you
Amazing.
looking for? What are you looking for some of these people to come on in terms of the men? What are you looking for in terms of characteristics, traits, anything like that to be able to come on your
I
show?
just want them to be themselves. I think the main thing is taking everyday average guys and we're leveling them up. We're gonna put them in, have them go with a stylist, maybe link up with some athletes in the space from some guys from the Lakers, just to get their overall aura, their swag up a little bit, and then see if they can get the lady at the end of the day. So that's coming up. The show title is actually called Spin the Block. I don't know if you guys ever. It's a common thing in culture when you get turned down and you spin the block. You try again. So you gotta. Sometimes the first impression is not the only one you make. So it'll be good.
Man, love it. All right, I got my eye on the CES here. We're talking about dating. We're talking about projects. We're talking about trading here with Grant on from the Bachelor. He is a funded trader with Times. I've taken $9,000 in payouts just this month. Also taking a nice little trade here. All right, Grant, we keep an eye on this ES. If the ES can make new highs again, about point and a half to go, we get
I
another
definitely,
push
if
to the
we're
upside
going
of
any
NASDAQ.
higher, we're looking for this next high here, which is at 63.52 flat would be the next level I'm looking at for a high here. And then we also have a small set of highs up here that we may want to run to. I don't know if today, we're pretty late in the market, but yeah, so that would be another, that could be a potential for another small scalp. I wouldn't take it just for me personally because I had a green day
Yeah.
today and wait for tomorrow's 9:30 open, but there might be another a room for this small possibility for price to run up to 63.52 flat.
This thing looks crazy bullish right now. Oh man, if
hey-
we can get over those 250s.
Yeah, we
Off
got
to the races,
got to
I
lead
think.
this thing. ES got to lead this thing about 3 ticks. Now 2 ticks to go for new highs. Looks like there's more buyers coming in here. 64% long on the tilt in the NASDAQ. And NASDAQ definitely lagging behind here, but it does look like ES wants to tap on these highs. 63.51. Grant, what happens when you get noticed like in notice in the streets and people are like, oh, that's you? It's happened to us a couple times. It's really weird, but how do you handle it?
Just be nice. I just, create conversation. A lot of times people are just trying to stop and say hi. So just be nice. Talk to them about their day and see what they got going on. You kill them with kindness. So that's probably the main thing. And then you move about your day.
Man, words of wisdom.
Who's the most famous person you've seen in LA? Just walking around.
Oh man! So I actually just I was at the ESPYS a couple of days ago, and everybody was there. Shea Gillis-Alexander, Sierra, Russell Wilson, Drewski. You know what I'm saying? I got some things coming up with him, which is gonna be cool.
Really?
Yeah, some pretty there's a bunch of famous people, but famous people are just regular people. You know what I'm saying? Just regular people with regular problems, and LA is always people walking around everywhere. So.
All right, new highs
Cool.
ES.
Went to the ESPYs.
Yeah, new highs ES. What'd you think about that guy's opening? The comedian. I forgot his name. What's
Shane Gillis?
Yeah, Shane Gillis.
Man.
Yeah,
He pissed people off.
I thought it was funny, but inside because we're there watching it live, and inside I think it's just the audience. The audience wasn't the right audience. I was laughing, you know what I'm saying, but some of the sportswomen in there and it was just. I think Shane Gillis is hilarious, so I enjoyed it.
I did not expect clips to open that up. When I saw clips on there, I go, wait a minute, hold on. Do you know what they're rapping about?
I'm surprised they gave him the job, to be honest.
I didn't know. I didn't think
right? That's what I'm saying. He's funny though. He's a funny guy.
He is, but it's like, did you guys not watch his stand up or style of comedy?
You gotta expect, that's what you gotta expect with Shane,
Exactly.
They're
He delivered.
surprised.
I mean,
all
right, his brand.
Grant,
He was
man.
himself.
Absolutely a blast having you on. You better come back, man. You better come back, Grant. You got a lot going on. We want updates. We want updates on your trading. We want updates on your projects as well. We got Power Hour coming up next with Dobie, myself, and Baron. Grant, any words of wisdom for those that are going through the trials and tribulations of trading and just getting in the routine? anything you got for the people that are going through it right now. You're a positive dude. I love it.
In trading and in dating, just don't quit. Keep shooting your shot. You know what I'm saying? In trading, especially, like don't give up. At some point you're gonna think that I don't know if you can make it, or it just really is not about how smart you are or anything. It's just about persistence. Find the edge that works and not quitting. It took me 4 years to get to a point of profitability, but the one thing is I just didn't quit. I believed in myself. So it's only the beginning.
Man, so good to have you back, Grant. Thank you so much. We'll keep us posted on your trading journey. Again, taking $9,000 in XFA payouts. But coming up next, we got Baron in the house, Dolby, and myself. Power Hour coming up. Markets are picking up. We got the ES making new highs. Top Step TV. Let's go.
Peace.
we are back. We are cooking today on Top Step TV Power Hour. We got Baron in the house, Dolby Time in the middle. Baron, you hear that last segment? He's casting for a dating reality show. Any interest? Can we submit you
No, I'm
for
good.
casting call to? You're good.
You already got experience in front of the camera, Baron.
Yeah,
I do have
don't know.
experience.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, I think
easy.
we might do it one way or another. All right, let's get right into it. We've just made some new highs in the ES63.
Go on.
Yeah, we might have to do that. Hold on. Yeah, new highs in the ES6352 in the orders. Last trade there. Like you saw, Grant, the NASDAQ is definitely lagging behind that. Last trade, 23,246. Not making highs. We're still about 100 points away from high of day. Any levels you're looking at here, Baron? As we NASDAQ doesn't want to go just yet.
There was this retest of this break of structure. I actually have this marked out differently on my trading view. This is where I had it marked out. But there's this structure that we broke to the upside last week. We came down, retested that. I was looking for shorts up in this range. Got stopped in profit on that on a practice account. I hit DLL in my live last night, so I was just trading demo today. Not too many levels of interest. We are coming up to where we broke structure up here at 70s. So if we can push and maintain above that, right now we're maintaining above both of the VWAPs. Our delta is positive 3,000 on NASDAQ. So overall, it's looking bullish. I'd like to see us push back above that weekly VWAP at 23,287. We did reject from here previously, so we might see that again, but overall leaning bullish now. I was looking for shorts this morning, and then I was in a trade for like an hour and a half in that consolidation. I got in near the highs, so I was just sitting there with it.
This morning?
Yeah. It was, I got in at like 11 a.m. Eastern. I held it for an hour and a half, and it didn't do a whole lot. So
fair enough. Keep an eye on these headlines. Nothing. I got this headline from about 20 minutes ago. Trump met with Bezos last week in the Oval Office. Not sure what that's about. We got in the lower right-hand corner. We got the countdown clock. 55 minutes till the closing bell. 45 minutes till MOC. 24 minutes till the bottom of the hour. Nothing really here on tilt. Crude continues to grind higher here. $65.57. Last trade there. How about this? Back-to-back days. We're going to have bell-to-bell trades with this micro gold. Had one yesterday. Held it all day for a profit. We're looking like we're going to see the same thing today. House account long from 34.08. Last trade in gold, 34.41. Let me give you a Delta update, and then we'll get the party started here. Delta update, ES minus 3,900. Uh-oh. I'm feeling squeezed as we go into the close. NASDAQ, I got plus 1,800, and gold minus 3,000. All right, Baron, before we get this party started, above, below, what will the price of the NASDAQ be on the close? And we'll throw it up in poll. Viewers, the traders.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with weekly VWAP. So 23,287.
23,287.
Last trade.
Very
240.
So we're about what 47 points away from that.
There we go.
Definitely get there.
Oh, that's easy. Cool.
There it is. Poll is up above. I'm going to go below. I'm going to go below this time.
I want to say above.
Take the above. Okay.
Yeah. We got some bids in.
Nice.
It is between 180 and 200. We've been doing a pretty good job of making higher lows kind of within this consolidation. So I'm going to get these orders in just kind of around 200 and just underneath to see if we continue to find buyers coming in around the 180s or 190s, assuming that trend line holds, and then see if this pushes to the upside. So as long as we're making higher lows, I'm interested in getting long. Let's just pull back that we need so we can get some value on our long trade.
I like that. Aaron, you're looking, you got that short, and yeah, we did sell off. It's just been kind of grind, kind of just drift higher. Looking for another push to the upside here. Pull is up into the top of the chat. Below NASDAQ on the close, 23,287. That cook for a little bit here. ES pulling back just a bit. 63.48 last trade there. Did you see those 1,000 lots coming in on the NASDAQ ladder, Baron?
Oh yeah,
700 lots.
that was crazy.
What did Bookmap have to say? What does that look like on Bookmap? Is it just like a big ass green circle on the screen?
Yeah, it's just a giant green circle, and it's like there was a order for 1,080 at 23,211. Like I saw that come in right, like I saw it right as it came in, and I was like, Jesus Christ, they're fucking slamming this.
Yeah.
They're slamming orders here, and then the market didn't even jump up, and that's why I was trying to short it.
Okay.
Got you.
Because
you're
having
do
a lot
any
of
Bookmap courses? Are you gonna do any like little demos or classes on how to read the old Bookmap?
I need to make some videos on it. I do teach it inside like my mentorship program. So I teach people how to do that, and then getting into footprint charts as well with that, because some people like footprint charts, some people prefer Bookmap.
Oh, is that when you took the short? Is that when you took the short when you saw 1,000 lot come in there?
Yeah. When I saw 1,000 lot, it wasn't right when that came in, but it was the 1,000 lot came in, and we weren't moving higher.
Yeah, they kept holding that order and moving higher. I got you. Okay. Yeah.
We saw a big increase in the delta. The NASDAQ didn't move up, so it was that order was right at 2320 area. So yeah, was looking for that short there. Looked to flush to low of day, and then it didn't.
Yeah, market's still trying to force. Seems like it's different. Each is independent of the other. When you see those big orders come in, I've got a feeling we might not be done. We might see some more of that size coming in here in the NASDAQ ladder. Right now, it's about 10 on the bid, 10 on the ask. House count is working some bids. Starting at 200 Dolby time?
200 down to 180. So kind of low of the range. And with a little bit of a twist in that, since we've made those higher lows, we're going to be a little bit more aggressive in assuming that we're going to continue to make those higher lows if we get back down. So if we do get back down, maybe we get down to like the 185s or 190s and we can build on some of this, because buyers have been doing a good job of coming in and buying. So let's keep those orders in, let them work. Got the big round number there as well, 23,200. See if that can maybe get filled and bounced. So I like the options. We'll see. We will see how this plays out.
I mean, ES
not even get filled.
ES is continuing higher. NASDAQ's just stuck in that range. ES did break the IB high. NQ has not broken either side of it yet. So it's interesting when that happens. Usually these days are harder to read price action wise, because you have one asset that's trending upwards and the other is just kind of caught in a range.
Yes, that's exactly
what, up here.
That's what Grant was talking about. He was going off of the ES shorts. Baron, you like any shorts?
Do you like shorts?
No, I just buy. I would just look to buy dips on this.
I'm also kind of intrigued by a possible short in the NQ right above.
You could scalp a short
like
here.
270. Yeah, it's too late now. I think
scalp a short here, but I would just look for. I think the better trade is just to wait for longs.
Wait for longs, yeah. I like the orders that we got in. Right. Yeah, we'll keep these orders in.
Yup. Yeah, we'll give you updates on the that micro gold trade. Nice, all day, another all day bell to bell trade. Don't forget after the close today, we do have earnings. I know we have Texas Instruments. What else do we have after the bell? SAP. Don't forget tomorrow we got some more. Week. Yeah, what do you got?
This week's one.
Wednesday,
it's
tomorrow.
Tesla, Google, IBM,
Chipotle. Come on, Chipotle.
Chipotle has earnings?
Yeah, they do. Hey, do you know what my idea would be? If I ran Chipotle, I would raise the prices by 1 penny every day. 1 penny every day.
Wow.
They wouldn't notice.
They
They wouldn't notice
They
until
should
they
make you.
would.
They should make you
Yeah,
CEO.
yeah, they
Andre.
would.
That is
Because by the
Not
by
until
the end of the
not
year,
until yeah, but 50 days in, we just raised price. We're up 50 cents, man. How about that?
no,
I'm gonna
no,
get lit up
none
in
the
the chat.
wiser.
I'm
None
gonna
the
get lit up in the
wiser. They
chat.
never know the difference.
1 penny.
listen,
1 penny.
I don't think I don't think you'd get away with that. How the internet is nowadays. Maybe back in
The
like
internet has the
80s.
attention span of a goldfish. Of course, I get away with it. No problem.
Yeah, but the Chipotle subreddit doesn't let anything slide.
No,
So
yeah,
good luck getting
you
it by
don't
them, dude.
understand.
They'll light you up.
You don't understand how like
1
how many
penny.
people love Chipotle. They would be like, why are prices increasing every single day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you talking about? It was 976
You would
yesterday.
get you would get you would get
977
people
today.
to boycott Chipotle, Andre, if you were the CEO of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess okay.
Andre's gonna
Well,
be
so
like,
much
"What if
better.
we take one less pinch of cilantro? We'll save
Oh.
75 cents over the course
1
of the
penny.
year by using less cilantro."
Stop! No, stop it. No. 1 penny. Yes, 1 penny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on the 100th day, they might be on to me. When it's a full.
But by that time,
all
you
right.
have your golden parachute, Dre, and you just off into the sunset.
Yeah.
You save the company. Get your $10 million
thank you.
golden
Thank you. parachute.
I mean,
Thank
just
you.
Genius stuff. Genius
I
stuff.
appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we got the poll still cooking here with 300 votes. It looks like it's gonna go below 23,287.
That was kind of expected.
Yeah.
We're just stalling. We just
I
keep
wish I-
stalling out at
sure.
these highs. I'd like for
Oh.
it to continue up.
Oh yeah.
So
That
many
dog
people
got
get
50.
amped up about Chipotle. Love it.
1 penny. Come on, 1 penny.
1 penny.
Notice. They wouldn't notice.
You're not gonna get away
Lunatics.
with it, Andre. You would not get
Well,
away with it.
it's not getting away with anything. It's just it's a penny. Who doesn't have a penny? You know.
Well, they should just raise the prices of combines $1, so they're all round numbers. Traders love round numbers, right?
Well, hold on. Wait,
149. We're not just
no.
150.
No. We're talking about burritos.
Get an
We're
extra
not talking
dollar.
about. We're not talking about
An
trade.
extra
We're talking about
dollar
burritos.
for every.
Oh, Starbucks. I
See,
bet
chat would lose their mind. Chat would lose their mind.
Oh my
I
God.
appreciate it. It's actually, I didn't get too much blowback on that. I thought it would have got lit up. That's a dumbass idea. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I appreciate that. 63.48 last trade in the ES. 23,235 last trade in the NASDAQ. Oh, President was on one again today. Baron, I don't know if you saw this, but again, the saga continues. Powell, Trump, Powell.
Dude.
Go ahead. Let's run it.
I think he's doing a bad job, but he's going to be out pretty soon anyway. In eight months, he'll be out. But he's, I call him too late. He's too late all the time. He should have lowered interest rates many times. You know what? People aren't able to buy a house because this guy is a numbskull. He keeps the rates too high and probably doing it for political reasons. We're thinking about that, but would also unleash it just by lowering the interest rates. If the Fed would lower the rates, we wouldn't even have to do that. But we are thinking about no tax on capital gains on houses. And I'm very impressed that you asked that question because nobody knew that. How did you find that out? That's very.
I wonder why there's somebody I'm very close
There's
to.
a leaker. There's a leaker.
Baron.
Uh-oh.
Numbskull. Knucklehead. Do you agree? Is Jerome Powell
No, I don't think Powell's stupid, but I mean, there should have at least been like, in my opinion. I mean, we'll go back and forth on this all day, and some people will call me stupid. Some people will be like, whatever. I think there should have been at least one more quarter point cut. I think what Trump's calling for is like it's crazy. He wants it cut down to what 1% is what I was saying.
1/4%. We'll stop there.
He wants a quarter.
Something, man.
Wow.
I don't know, man. He doesn't know. But yeah, they're calling it
I think-
political.
I think getting rid of capital gains taxes on houses might help the housing market, though, because you might have more people who are willing to sell at a lower price because they're just not going to get taxed on anything that they've made off their house.
That's if it's investments, though. That's if they're using it for investments. Most of it, people are just looking for somewhere to live.
Yeah, that's true.
I do get it.
It would be
he
interesting
said
to
re-
see. I mean, like, you don't know the impact till that legislation's in place, but
well,
I would look to see if maybe people are selling it for cheaper because
a week for
now
tomorrow.
there's not
A
as
week from
much
tomorrow.
fees and
FOMC.
that.
Yep. FOMC decision a week from tomorrow. We'll see what's in store. You know that Top Step TV will have a wall-to-wall coverage from the rate announcement to the prepared remarks to the Q&A through and through. We'll see how that goes. I know they're pricing a high 90% probability of a pause. We'll see what the wording is because they've left the door open for September, rate cut in September. So a lot can happen between now and then. And also, I mean, they're going to ask him. They're going to ask him about the efforts of the president to oust him. It is
Oh,
avoidable.
100%.
He gets so
more so now.
defensive. He gets so defensive when they start
Because
asking him about that
they've been
stuff. He gets,
bugging him about that.
wild.
Like, here's the thing: they've been asking him about that question since November, and it's the same answer every damn time. Why are you continuing to ask the question? It's just a waste of time. You know how he feels
Like,
about it.
Take those clicks,
doesn't have to
Baron.
leave. Yeah, doesn't have to go. I'm not leaving. Paul
The
did call
journalists are
into
just professional rate baiters.
pretty much. I mean, pretty much. There's an element of that, absolutely. But yes, they're gonna keep poking and prodding on this thing. I did see that someone from the White House, one of the lieutenants, will be stopping over by the Fed building on Thursday to take a peek on how that's going on with the construction renovations, what have you. I know that's been a point of contention from the president
Yeah, I
and
saw
his
something about
advisors.
that.
Yeah,
Do you think?
I
Do you
mean,
think the like going after him in that legal sense is a way to get him out quicker?
they're
Certainly make him
they are
uncomfortable.
they're trying whatever they can because they know legally they
Yeah.
can't just oust them. They got to find cause of some form or fashion. So maybe misappropriation of funds. I don't know. We'll stay tuned.
That's a lot of money, though. $2.5 billion for renovations.
Yeah,
It
that is
sure
a
is.
crazy amount.
It sure is.
A lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It is indeed. It is indeed. The $6 trillion he pumped into the system is also a lot of money, and
Also a lot
that
of
may have
money.
affected inflation. So $2.56 trillion is really the crux of this thing. That is got this inflation thing going. So I think he did him a solid back in 2020, but that's neither here nor there. We'll keep an eye on crude here, about 20 cents off the highs, 65.57. Gold staying strong. They saw that negative delta, and we're about $3 off the highs. They're trading 34.44. What's going to move first, the Nasdaq or the ES? ES or the Nasdaq? We saw Grant. We also heard Barron refer to it, seeing the ES move, and the Nasdaq wouldn't quite follow just yet. So see if that wants to pick up here with volume and volatility here. 9 minutes till the bottom of the hour.
You do any correlation trading there, Baron?
What do you mean?
Like look at the ES and the NQ and then make trades based off of like the momentum of one based on the other?
Sometimes
Any market.
sometimes I will. Typically the only thing I'm looking for is, I mean, I would like to see them trend together. Typically, that's when you find the easiest trade is when they're heavily correlated, and then I'll look to see if, like, let's say Nasdaq breaks the IB high, ES also breaks the IB high, and then ES breaks the IB low, and NQ doesn't break its IB low. I'll look to trade off that as well. You can find some pretty low risk, high reward trades off that, because ES does like to do double breaks more often than Nasdaq does.
Okay, nice. So it's like a tool in the toolbox. What's this hoodie you got? Is that a half zip? You in a half zip right now, or is that a full zip? This top step?
It's a quarter
haven't
zip.
seen
I know
this.
where you got that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
This
Where'd you
thing's
get that?
comfy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it looks great.
Quality.
Chicago. And then I got my little
Florida.
Edgefield hat.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's
Got my little
cool
Edgefield hat. I'm
very
dripped out.
comfortable. Yeah, you are. Look at
Very.
you, like a NASCAR driver. You got all these logos, all these brands, all these sponsorships.
This is the first time I'm wearing the Top Step pullover, and I was surprised how comfortable it was. I was like, "Oh, this is
Why are you
nice."
surprised? Wait, hold on.
Their
Why are you
merch is
surprised?
I don't know.
All we get is
Got good
quality.
merch.
Do you know who the boss is around here?
It's good quality merch.
You think he's getting
You know who the
shitty
boss
merch?
is? He ain't doing.
Listen,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
I'm used to AT&T. I'm used to AT&T company merch.
Ah,
It was kind of
gotcha.
Oh
garbage.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
that's probably garbage.
Yep. Goes through many
They give you like a
petitions,
pizza party for
many
being there for 10 years.
pizza party. I love that.
Here's
Let's
some
see,
donuts.
push here. You want a swagger pack? Well, Baron got one. Jay got one. Coda got one. Hey, you see Dakota's heart rate monitor? Did you see that?
When?
He's been on the last couple of days. It's his new thing. You probably see
Yeah,
on
yeah.
slow markets as well. He's got the heart rate thing going. He doesn't go above 100, man. It's wild.
I was literally on fast markets with you the other day, and he had it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You were. Oh yeah, that's right.
You have the memory of a goldfish, just like the internet.
Pretty
Andre?
much. 1 cent
Yeah,
a
makes
day,
him a great
Baron.
trader, man.
1 cent a day, dude. I wouldn't know the price from 2 days ago, man. That's all. There you go.
You don't even remember me being on fast markets yesterday.
I do. You must have brought your A game. That's why I remember. Actually, I do remember you were indeed on. Yes. Thoughts? Would you allow yourself to be hooked up to a heart rate monitor?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the same thing. I've got the same fitness tracker. I don't know where the battery is, so I can't recharge it though. So I need to find the battery, and then
Okay.
I'll see if I can get a little. I can bring it for Thursday with the heart rate monitor. See if I can get that set up.
Competing heart rates on fast markets. Let's just bet on everything.
Hey, we've got a headline here from the president on Indonesia. It is my great honor to announce our trade agreement with Indonesia. Indonesia will supply the United States with their precious critical minerals. It's just hitting.
Okay.
Negative delta in the ES still. Positive delta in the NASDAQ.
Wasn't there also Indonesia tariff news today? 19%.
Is that what it was?
Oh,
that or Phil? I know he met with Philippines president. Maybe it was Indonesia as well.
It was one or the other. It might have been both.
Okay. Would have been. I'm looking for more here. We'll sign big deals to purchase Boeing aircraft. Man, he has been hooking up Boeing. Someone in Boeing is treating him well. Boeing just getting order after order.
They need it after all that controversy.
Bro, they were.
Which one? I mean, yeah, I agree. But
they were stacking them.
Which
wheels were falling off? Whistleblowers were going missing.
That's right. I forgot about that. The whistleblowers were going missing. I forgot about that.
Crazy.
Completely forgot about
that. A memory of the goldfish, Andre.
I do. 1 cent a day. 1 cent a day on those burritos, man. 1 cent a day. All right, we got about 4 minutes till the bottom of the hour. Before the market starts cooking here, come on in. Let's get a little Series 3 pop quiz. Boom.
All right.
Bell's
Ready
broken.
for it? I know. I don't know what happened there. Well, ding ding.
Well done.
All right. Okay, so we got your question for today. An investor who establishes a position in a soybean contract is liable for which of the following? A, all carrying charges. B, initial margin only. C, full value of the contract. Or D, initial margin plus any variation margin.
I was gonna say D.
Variation margin. It's initial margin plus maintenance margin. It's called maintenance margin. I mean, we'll go with D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let the poll cook.
Dolby, what do you think?
D, I think. My memory is starting to fade as well on the Series 3. I was real good a while ago, but it's starting to fade. The answer.
All right. Ready for
There
it?
we go.
Hogue says C.
C.
It's C.
Full value. Wow, Hogue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you mean? So that was the position in a soybean contract.
I would just assume margin.
Oh, liable. Oh. Liable. Yep. Read the.
You gotta read more, Andre.
I know. 51%. We definitely swayed that. Thank you. Sorry about that. We got it. See you there, Boomer. Boomer, I'm still, I got my eye on you, Boomer. We did that pop quiz about the tip of the week. It was suspicious how fast you got that right. We'll get to the bottom of that. See how you did. Answer so quickly.
Are you thinking he's cheating or something? How do you
Maybe
cheat
preempting.
a pop?
I don't know. Not cheating.
Maybe preempting.
Prepared for it. Does someone give him the heads
Mhm.
up?
Leak it? Someone leaker the thing?
Yeah.
Have a leak it top step?
We literally came up with it about 3 minutes before we went to air with it. So something happened there. Maybe he's ready to copy and paste. I don't hotkey. Do you have a hotkey ready for that? Anyways, well done, Boomer. Shout out to Estonia. All right, bottom of the hour in 2 minutes. Markets are.
We're really just sitting in the top of this range.
We
Not
are
moving
holding
much.
pattern.
I'd look to see
That
if
makes-
there's pops end of day, but
Does it make shorts any more valid considering the length of time we're spending up here?
I mean, the delta has continued to increase on NASDAQ. So typically, I'd like to see like when the delta's increasing, I want to see higher prices, and we're not seeing higher prices. So there could be reasoning there to short it. We're also getting a lot of buys. Like we just had 500 volume transacted at 23,240, and we're just not moving up. We're getting a lot of volume and not a lot of movement.
Yeah. Oh, this
So-
again. Ooh, we saw this last week. Keep an eye on
I
the
could see
ES.
shorts buying. Maybe.
I could see it too. It feels like we've tried buying NASDAQ and Power Hour using a similar strategy, and all the trades have been either scratch or small losses. So I'm wondering if selling off into Power Hour might be the move. It just feels weird, like making that adjustment to trying to sell NQ with
mean,
confidence, but it's been setting up.
You'd have what, like 20 points of risk on this? Stops at
we'd probably
260?
try to short like 50s to 70s would probably be our range. See how much of that we could get filled on.
I just don't think it pumps up to 70s. It's the only thing.
Well done. We're right. Also, we had
Try it with half sized.
exciting news. We leaked. I guess it's not leaked. We told you in Fast Markets, a VIP Season 3 draft is going to be next week. Yes, you heard me right. Next week, we're going to have VIP Season 3, the draft. 11 teams, 550 traders. Let's see what we're hooking you up with. It's pretty cool. So, again, draft next week. More details to come, but I've been authorized to let everyone know.
You know what else is next week, Andre? Can I do some promo? Can I do some promo?
Next week is your birthday. No, what is it?
No. I'm running a Trade Wars next week. Starting next week.
Trade Wars. Go on.
Trade Wars.
Tell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it will be 1v1. You get 2 hours to trade. It's going to be New York session AM, New York session PM. Winner of the entire bracket gets $1,500 to pay for a set of five combines, 5 150K combines, and the activation fees on them. So running that starting next week. It's 2 hours, 2 hours of AM, 2 hours of PM, and it's just whoever has the best P&L at the end of it.
Wow, I
Will
like
you be
that.
competing in it? Are you entering
No,
into
no,
the
no.
competition? No.
No.
Will
It's
Jared
all,
be there?
It's all. Jaren is there. Jaren's in the first round of it.
Figured.
Nice.
And your
How
other
is Jared
roommate, Ryan.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
believe Ryan is the other.
Eric. Not Ryan.
Memory
Eric.
track.
That was close. I just threw that. I just threw that the wall off and want to see if it stick.
Threw a fucking random thing on there.
Ryan, way off. The other four.
Way off.
Eric seems like a fine
He's
fella.
gonna. So since I'll be on Top Step TV still next week, he's gonna be like running the commentary on it. He's gonna be like the who's like that WWE commentator, the announcer. I'm blanking on it.
I'm trying to think. They have the cowboy hat. No, I don't know.
I don't know. He'll be doing commentary on it. He'll be running commentary on it.
Oh, you guys found another Andre, I see. Okay. Well, where was you gonna call
pretty
me?
much, yeah.
Man. A Lawler. There you go.
You're a busy
Lawler.
man.
Jim Ross.
busy
There you go.
man.
Buffer. There you go. 70% long. 70% long in crude. Again, house account is long from 3408. Another what? 7-hour trade? 7.5 hour trade. We got JD on here for a
Gold
little bit.
has been, what I've noticed from gold is it likes to go through a large period where it ranges, and then a period where it just breaks out and it just trends for a
Overnight.
week straight.
It's been doing a lot of work overnight too. It gets cooking. Crude's continue to grind higher here. We got earnings after the bell. SAP, Texas Instruments. We got some big ones tomorrow. Starting with, we got before the bell. Well, after the bell, we got Chipotle, Tesla, Google. Just name a few.
You gonna get some Chipotle tomorrow, Andre?
Well, it depends what prices are. Yeah. Please, James.
Do you
please.
think what's the probability? What's the probability that they increase prices per bowl on this earnings call?
Wouldn't know. You'd have no
High.
idea. No one pays attention.
If it gets up to $16 for chicken bowl with guac and a side of chips, I'll be concerned. I will be concerned.
I don't. I only get
1601.
guac. I only get guac on 5-figure days. That's
right.
Only in
guac day.
5-figure days.
Yeah, that's a guac day.
Yeah, it is. I like that. Yeah, 1601. The next day it's 1602. You're like, it's just a penny.
Man, you have to
Yeah,
make
it's
five
it's just a
figures to eat all these
gradual.
bets.
It's a gradual change. It's not
And then you
just
blame it on tariffs. Andre.
Duh. Yeah. Duh. No brainer. Inflation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Easy. Keeping up.
What
Cost of
happens?
living.
I want to know what happens to the price of these goods when tariffs go away, because the consumers are already going to be used to paying a premium.
It's right there, Baron. You think those prices are coming down? Those prices stay right there.
Once they get raised, you don't drop prices once they get
staying up.
raised.
Oh, you notice that? Yeah, that shit ain't moving. That's just a nice excuse to hike prices a little higher. Speaking of prices hiking higher, maybe ES wants to tap on these highs. About 2 points to go. 63.50 last trade there. Again, fast markets. We asked you, upper left-hand corner, hit us up at Top Step TV on the X with hashtag Power Hour. We love seeing all that green on the calendar. Love seeing the memes. Love seeing the Trader Station setup. Someone throw it to Andrea. Andrea, did they come through today? 1 through 5.
We got some good ones.
1 through 5. Be honest.
I'll give it like a 3.5, 3.75, something like that.
All right, fair enough.
But this first one we got says to you, Andre. Says I won the summer swag giveaway. I entered when you announced it on this stream a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much. I can't explain how grateful I am. And we do believe
awesome.
that is the Scottish flag. Yes.
From Scotland.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. And up next, we got Trader J. Taking some time and a bit of frustration tweaking my strategy to a DLL, but it's coming together. Decent day with Top Step Live. I'm glad to see they're creating a tiered system for expanding the DLL. Sometimes you just need room. There we go. We got a P&L of
guacamole.
Over 20K. Yes. Lifetime guac. All right, and then we got Jibby Trades done for the day. Made back yesterday's losses and a little more. Today I just played the continuation. The trend is your friend. There we go. We got a couple green days there. And then this one says candlesticks of my birthday trade. Lockout feature on Top Step X. Icing on the cake. Happy birthday to me.
Ooh.
Thought that was
Happy
cute.
birthday.
Then next we got Libertarian Trader. Past 550K combines. Wow.
5.
Impressive. And
Indeed.
then we got a finale. Carl Hungus. This one was good. From earlier. Eccentric prop firm CEO demands Yeti blood oath from on-air talent.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
That's intense. That's intense. All right. That's all I got.
Right there. All right. Thank you.
That's really funny.
It looks like we want to run for the
NASDAQ's
highs there in the
pushing
ES.
It is.
Yeah, ES went first. Nothing else really. And we got 13 minutes till MOC. Marking on close. The president's starting to hit the true social right now. I'm still talking about the trade agreements with Indonesia. I didn't see a pop there. Didn't see what market went for. Did that ES go first, or was that NASDAQ? Both wicked a little higher there.
NASDAQ hasn't broken that previous high at 257.
What was your above
ES
below?
getting
287? On ES.
Yeah,
287. Yeah.
287 on Nasdaq. On Nasdaq. We don't trade ES here, Andre.
Oh, really? Was we?
No,
I mean,
me.
hey, don't we got trade your trade, man. Do what you got to do. Do what you do. Baron, shout out to Baron. We got AT&T earnings before the bell. I'm guessing they're going to see a outperform based on you leaving there. I'm sure AT&T's results are going to be through the roof since you've left
Listen,
AT&T, Baron. I'm looking forward to that.
One less salary.
I saved that company. I saved that company a few $1 million in the 3 years I worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like they weren't
Some of that-
appreciative of it. Yeah, they weren't thankful for it. You didn't recognize it.
I mean, they gave me an extra bonus, but it was I looked at it and I was like, I can make this trading in a day or two.
They probably thought it was a big
But also
bonus.
do the trade.
But it was like 20 years ago. They thought it was a good bonus.
They gave me like an extra 3K. I was like,
How much money did you save them? A
That's
couple
the-
million? It's a pretty good rate of return for them.
Yeah.
They got their money's worth. Give you like a plaque or
Hey,
something.
little update
Little
here.
pizza party.
Everyone, you want to talk about the internet? And all right, we're starting to chat about this. That quote unquote resignation letter from Powell. It's an AI fake. All right, so let's just put that to rest. What
yeah,
people are seeing out
I
there.
saw that.
It's an AI
I saw
fake.
someone posting.
Yeah, let's not give. I mean, come on. It's a fake.
Fake news.
We're trying. Yeah, we get there trying. All right, we got new highs here in the ES grind higher, 63.53 half. The Nasdaq wants to go with it. 3,253. It looks like the ES is going to lead, and Nasdaq's going to follow. 10 minutes till MOC.
Not shorting.
No short. Yeah. All right, here
No
goes the
shorts.
Dow's waking up. Dow's waking up a little bit. Yes, definitely gonna be the one to push this higher. Take a look at the Nasdaq ladder. Gold chilling. We're gonna update on that house account trade back-to-back days. Bell to bell trades. Pretty cool. Fit on the
Dow
ladder.
is
Nasdaq.
chilling.
Real diamond hands
Honestly,
over there,
Dow
JD.
Dow looks like the past 2 days. Dow looks like the easiest instrument to trade out of the three of them.
It's definitely been cleaner. Give you that. The moves have definitely been cleaner.
I might have to look into some edgeable statistics on Dow.
Yeah, what do you got? New highs Dow. They sent you that hat? When did they
Um,
send you that hat? Why aren't you wearing our hat?
They sent me this hat.
It's a cool
I
hat.
couldn't find your hat, Andre. I
These
know
are-
it's
these
somewhere.
are
I know it's
sh-
somewhere.
I have quarter zip. It's a quarter
They
zip.
send you
Look how
that
nice
hat.
that quarter zip is.
I'm repping both. I'm repping both.
When did they send you that hat? Come on. What are you? I'm messing with you.
They sent it to me. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday. So
I had a hunch. I
It
had
doesn't
a
even have
hunch it
clothes.
was. I had a hunch this show just showed up. Thing looks too clean. Yeah, here's with some edgeful
Listen,
stats. What's
Andre,
the edgeful stat about closing on the highs?
closing on the highs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that
typically
one?
you don't make a new high of day. In the last hour, it's about 80%. Let me. Do you want ES or Nasdaq for that one?
Well, ES is going to be closing on the highs, so let's hit me with the ES one because we're about a point off the highs right now.
So ES power hour break is. Oh wait, this is NQ. Power hour breakout. 71% chance no new hive day is made for the New York session. I personally like to look at it for the entirety of the day. Look at the daily session as a whole. That is going to be once this loads. Sometimes it takes a while to load all the data. It's stuck.
What's the difference between New York session and
Yeah.
daily session in terms of closing on the high? The close is the close. Why does it matter when you start the
Good question.
start?
Because it changes the way that you're capturing the data. Because it failed to fetch the data. So let me reload it.
I get,
But,
I
we
get
already
that,
broke.
but the close 4 p.m. Eastern time is 4 p.m. Eastern time. It doesn't matter when you start. It's about the price on the close. I guess
Because-
help me understand.
So there's different ways to look at that stat. So you can do it for all of New York session. So if you set a high and a low in New York session, when you look at that power hour breakout stat, it's checking what's the percent chance that it breaks the high or the low. of New York session.
Gotcha.
When I set it to the daily, it's looking at from 6 p.m. reopen till 4 p.m. to see if there's a break of that high or low.
I like that. Daily means more to me than New York. This is a global market. New York's just a time. It's just a thing on the clock.
I do think
I like that. Okay.
we did break it though. We already broke it, so
yeah, we did.
It's not a close. It's a break. It can be by wick.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, well, we did it here. We did it here. And by close, that's have to close to the tick, right? I mean, this is essentially closing on the highs. This will count as closing on the highs if we end up here.
The stat is checking if it breaks that high by wick. So as long as price goes one tick past it, it counts as a break.
Oh, okay. Well, it happened then. All right. It's a 29% here. You see the 29%. Hey, 1,000 likes, Baron. How about that? We did need your help today. Click, subscribe. 173,000 subscribers on the march to 200,000 subscribers. Very excited for that. Notify as well.
I'm on the march for 20K Instagram followers. I saw Dakota made an Instagram. He does not understand how Instagram works.
So good. So
I saw the first couple of posts. I was like, I need to teach this man how.
What are they looking like?
He just posted one. He posted one the other day. He posted one yesterday, and it was just a AI generated picture of him, and he just put music over it. And I was like, this is not how you use Instagram. The people in the
comments be posting pictures of like frozen peas.
Well, he asked me. He was like, "How often do you post on Instagram?" I was like, "I post like two or three reels a day." And he was like, "Okay, let me post 3 reels." One of them was solid. The other two, I was like, "I don't understand these posts."
It's the new meta. He's trying to figure it out.
We'll get him started.
Yeah. Maybe get him on a dating show. That'd be pretty fun.
Oh man, dude. We are.
I think he would do very well.
We're gonna help Grant there. Shout out to Robert Darcy. Darcy always bringing the positivity to the chat. Let's do this latest one. Dude, WTF? It's Globex. How can you not know that? Really, all idiots. Love you, Darcy. Darcy. There are all here clueless idiots. 100% the basics of the basics. Oh, you are not done, Darcy. Keep it coming in. I love it. The basics of the basics.
Just riff and riff monster over here.
So good, so good. We do come in every day, so you keep clicking like, follow, and subscribe, Darcy. I got my eye on you. Globex. No, there is a New York open.
Wait, his account? Let me see if he's.
No, stop. No. I love it. I love it. You're the best, Darcy. I see you. Everyone show Darcy some love in the chat. Say, Darcy, we're all in this together.
Darcy,
show Darcy. We're all in this together.
Emojis for Darcy.
Yes.
No profile, Darcy.
All idiots. Come on. Please be nice. Please be nice. We appreciate you, Tone, coming in here. Day in, day out. We're all in this together. Yes. We're working on it.
Wait, he should be due up for another banger of a post. I think his 1 minute is up soon. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Do you guys embrace the hate comments?
I love it. I love it.
I kind of just ignore them.
Fueled by hate.
Well, I just think they're passionate enough to say something, So we appreciate that. Yeah. They care.
There he is.
One way or another.
That's easy.
One way or another.
I mean, he's here. He's not somewhere else.
Yeah. I love it. We're giving you the attention, Darcy. Come on. We're giving you all the attention. We're giving it to you. We said your name. Come on. We did ours. But look at the Dow. Darcy, look at the Dow. Making new highs. 44,746.
NASDAQ doing range territory. 20-point range and then NQ. Solid 20-point range.
Hey, Darcy, what are your thoughts on me raising prices by a penny? What are your thoughts on me raising prices for a penny a day in Chipotle? I think I'm onto something there. I honestly think we can do it. They're not going to know one way or another. Oh, yeah. Sorry, James. You're right. Okay. Let's take a look here. We're starting to wake up. 3 minutes till the MOC. Are we still working these bids?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We get
most definitely. Bid in 200s. 180 to 200 is our bids.
Okay. Any levels we like in here, Baron? Or we're just gonna ride this thing out, and we get JD in here. Let's get JD. We get JD in here for
got in
update
a-
on that. Yeah.
Dr. Diamond Hands.
Uh-huh.
We're
What
stuck in a
was it?
20-point range.
Our
It's
whole
like a
times have been
20,
amazing.
25-point range. There's not
Yes.
really much to do
Needs
here,
a break.
except like if you're in a position, hold it. That's all I would look to do here.
Be nice, be nice, be nice. Yep. All right, 2 minutes till MOC. MOC is going to start out with ES, then the NQ, and then the YM. Yesterday we saw light sell side. And we'll see if it does. We get some of the same here, but yes, we are going to chill right now into the last couple of minutes into MOC. Yet we're getting JD in here for update. For an update on these, just love this. For an update on this micro gold chain. All right, we gotta stay locked in here. Baron, what do you do
That's
with
on
the
a
hate?
side quest right now.
Yeah, they are. Baron, what do you do with it? You embrace it, yeah.
Apparently I'm Deanna, and Andre, you're now Hogue. Dolby's
That
Anne Marie. Something
Oh,
went
the
up with
names
the
are
name.
off.
Take it.
Yeah, we'll get that fixed. We'll get that
I've always
fixed.
wanted
Yep.
9 kids.
Yep.
Oh,
All
hey,
right, here
look,
we go.
I'm live, guys.
Oh shoot!
what's
what's
up,
up, JD? JD, how's this trade going?
I didn't hear the doorbell, but yeah, I think we should just close it
in.
out. Should we wait for MOC? Should we wait till after MOC?
No, just do it.
we'll let it-
Whatever you're doing, just do it.
MOC 60
It's just
seconds.
been grinding sideways. Let's just get out of it.
We gonna do it?
Joining the ask. Joining the ask. And we're filled. We're out. Plus 654 on that house count trade. Bell to
dude.
bell.
Back to back.
Nice. Nice
Back
job.
to back, dude. What was that?
Not a bad
These 7-hour
trade.
hold times. These 7-hour
put
hold
the-
times, JD.
We put that trade on at 7:21 a.m. Central Time, and we just got out of it 2:49 p.m.
Amazing.
Central Time. 5 micro
Crushing
gold.
that
We
trade
held
right
one
now.
for a runner. $650, and we lost money on the crude oil opening trade. So the gold trade was actually good for $750. We lost $100 on crude.
Any thought of
Oh, wow.
increasing size, JD? We got 10 seconds till MOC. We'll talk about it on the other side of this. MOC in 5 seconds. It's going to go ES, NASDAQ, and the YM. Please be a big number. And it indeed is not a big number. Sell side, 200 million. S&P. Sell side, NASDAQ, 41 million. Sell side Dow, 7 million. JD, any thoughts of perhaps you and Hogue, or any discussions of perhaps increasing the size on these opening range trades? that you
Absolutely.
guys-
We're always doing what we can to sort of optimize these opening range breakout trades in both
Yeah.
gold and crude. The reason we scaled down on micros in the first place because the institutional traders really respect those regular trading hours open. If you ever watch gold at 7:20 a.m. Central Time, you get a huge volume spike, you get a huge volatility spike. Same with crude oil at 8 o'clock a.m. Central Time, you get a huge volume spike, huge volatility spike. So that's why we play the 1 minute opening range. We play the breakout of that. Sometimes it was getting too wide where trading 1 mini, you're risking between $1,000 and $1,200 on a single mini. So we thought the risk was just a little too wide. That's why we scaled down on micros. But I think we could be getting back to that point where we scale back up to minis. Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, obviously, I don't know about 5 minis, but 3 minis or increase the micros. I mean, you can do that. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive with commissions and fees. But
As Hogue would say, there's 1,000 ways to peel an onion, but we've hit
that's
this
not what he
week.
says, JD. You know the saying.
What does he say?
I'm sorry. I'll tell you. I'm somehow skinning a cat. No, yeah, 1,000 ways to peel an onion. Absolutely. All right, we'll talk about maybe micros, but micros are more expensive. So,
what did I say? No, never mind.
Nothing. It's coming on time here. Go ahead.
Those are all jokes, guys. Those are all jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll scale up on these. I like the way it's going. We called the bottom. We didn't call the bottom, but the opening range, 1 minute opening range, was the low day in gold for 2 straight running days, and we caught a big chunk of the move yesterday and today.
Yeah, a Dolby time. Hey,
What's
Dolby
up?
Time, we got player in the chat saying this community still needs that Top Step trading dating app, Tinder for day traders. What do we call that? What do we call that?
TS Tinder.
TS Tinder.
Yeah, it's been a brainchild of mine
That
for
is
at
going
least
to
5
be
years.
the worst ratio of an app ever. It's just going to be all guys.
It's
Well,
for
no,
trading,
wait.
Baron.
It's
You're
it's
not
for
looking
trading.
for love on this. You're looking for trading buddies.
You're not looking
for a
love
trading
on-
buddy.
Oh, you're looking for
I'm looking for a
trading
trading buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
definitely.
I like this app idea 10 times better. I thought you were saying like you're setting up a dating app for traders. I was, like, the statistics
that'd
are
be terrible.
99% men.
Yeah, it would not be great.
You were at the
Not be
meetup.
great.
You
No,
you
just
saw that.
Find yourself a trading buddy. Yeah, it'd be great. Any programmers out there, hit me up. We can do it.
Man versus machine. Let's do it.
You know what? I might just take that app idea. I might just run with it.
Good luck.
No, wait, no. You include me.
Good luck.
That was my idea.
Good luck. Good luck. Yep. Yeah, Heather says women are here too.
Toby's
Yeah,
been
there you
preaching
go.
that for years.
Yeah, he has.
Oh yeah. What's up, Heather? What's up, Ms. Trades?
Yo. Shout out to
Got
all
girl
the chat.
power
All
in
right.
chat. They're out there.
No trades
They are.
taken.
I know the ratio.
They waste their time with a
ratio is
trader,
pretty-
bro. Though I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Wow, MLC
we
brought
go.
absolutely nothing to this market.
Nope, not yet. We got these earnings. Stay tuned. We got sell side growing ever so slightly. Now 300 mil sell. Yes, 300 mil sell. NASDAQ. 4 mil sell.
Looks
in
like those
the
sales
Dow.
might come in, Dolby.
Great. It was such a hard short to take, but the hardest trades are the best ones. But the sell-off into close has kind of been a thing recently with the NQ.
Yeah, we have found
Probably could have leaned into that a little
Yeah,
bit.
sideways
We
close.
also did, a little bit of a lower high. Those 253s were legit though. That midpoint.
Video selling off.
Whoa, yeah, a whole 3
See,
points
we had a
right there,
break.
Dre.
There we
That's
go.
crazy.
We're looking
Wait a
good.
second.
V's not doing anything there.
The delta's decreased by 15 or by 1,000. The delta's decreased by 1,000 on NQ. And you're starting to see sellers step up.
Ooh. Should have just taken that trade. That short in the 1 p.m. segment would have been tight. At least 25, 30 points. Still like this 200.
Hindsight capital.
Hindsight capital, that's right.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you
We'll let you know
Taking some heat.
indeed. We'll let you know. I like that.
I'm taking some heat for that poorly timed cat joke in the background here, guys.
Are you?
My apologies to all the cat lovers out there.
Oh, who's giving you? Yeah.
It's
Okay,
just
Gus is
it's a
asleep. He
stupid
doesn't
saying.
care.
It's a stupid saying. Hey, we still working? Are we still working 200s here, Dolby? In 23,200 on the bid. We might get it here. Come on, we need one little puke.
Good.
Yes, a little bit selling
Another
here.
scratch trade into close. Been scratching left and right.
Again, house
I
account.
feel like every time I come on to Power Hour, it's always just a 20-point range. The past like 2 or 3 times on Tuesdays, it's always just been a 20-point range.
Yeah, an
Jared,
edgeful
what do
stat for that.
use? Yeah. I have a serious
Don't have an
question. So
edgeful.
when what do you use to determine if there's like a trend shift in the market? So Nasdaq made all-time highs, and in the past couple days, it's been selling off a little bit. I mean, what kind of resources do you have to maybe say that the vibe is different?
This to me doesn't look like a trend change so far. As long as we're holding above this large consolidation area from the past couple weeks, I'm fine with it. We did come back, revisit those highs, and bounced out of it. I could see us continue upward. It's for me, change in trend is typically like it's based around news events and just market sentiment change. Like we could see back in April here, once we had this 12% day. I've never seen a 12% day in my life, so I didn't know what was going to happen after this. But
Which one was that?
the moment we returned above these highs and we held above these highs, I said, okay, this is a bull market now, because it's showing that there's buyers above that sustained pump, essentially. So this to me was the trend change for the year. When we had the tariff sell-off, that was obviously downtrend. And then once tariffs were canceled on the 9th, that signaled the change, and the confirmation for the change in market state was once we returned above these highs and we were sustaining above them.
Cool.
Oh,
So
ES
almost like
making
literally
highs.
are drawing like a look at this old bid Nasdaq too.
Yep. Hey, that 12% day, Baron, was that the Twitter beef between Trump and Elon?
No. That was there was like a leaked, I think it was like leaked news about tariffs being canceled.
Oh, okay.
There's something with tariffs in there. The Trump Elon beef, that was when we were selling off. Tesla sold off
Right.
like 15% on the day, and
It
every other
did.
Mag 7 stock was just holding its ground. And
Incredible.
it dragged Nasdaq really low.
That was an all-timer.
Dragged Nasdaq down like 2% that day.
Absolute all-timer. All right, looked like ES did make some new highs, 63.53 the orders. Nasdaq not budging. Dow making some highs as well, 44,749. They look at gold. Will gold continue to rally overnight? Stay tuned. We'll find out more. Slow markets. Got at the buzzer. We got earnings coming out after this. Right now, ES seems to be the one catching the bid. Dow as well. Nasdaq content where it's at right now. As
Seems
we got
very
about
happy.
60 seconds into the close. Some earnings after the bell. Big time earnings coming out tomorrow. Make sure you're here throughout. Baron, when will the people see you again on Top Step TV?
Fast markets Thursday.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Good stuff. What do we have on Thursday? We'll be coming off those earnings from Wednesday. See if there's carry over into that. Again, a week from tomorrow, FOMC rate decision. A week from tomorrow, that is July 30th. Also, we have another psych sesh this Thursday with Jerome and Dr. V. We're not going to stop there. We keep pumping this out. So we do here on Top Step TV. All right. No fills, no scratch, no working. Look at the size on the ES ladder. We got 1,000 lots popping in here left and right. Wow.
Nasdaq is in its own world today.
Big
Very
size.
casual.
Yeah.
A little sell off here in the
Brace yourself.
Nasdaq.
Yeah. Look at that. $12,000 day. Good job, Lo.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy indeed. We got 5 seconds into the close. Baron, thank you as always for joining us. Keep us posted on your wares. We'll see you again on Thursday. Look at all that size in the ES. Dolby time,
Sure.
good discipline. Market never came back to us. That being said, shout out to all the bellers. Shout out to all the folks that watch us day in and day out. We're all in this together. Keep grinding. You never know what's going to happen, but you know that you can always count on Top Step and Top Step TV to be here. Not give you the fluff, but we are the voice of reason. Always trying to get better. New announcements, new updates. That's what we do. With that being said, we'll throw it to my main man, James. James, take us out of here into At the Buzzer. Let's go.
Bow, bow, bow. That's right, Andre. Thank you for another jabbing, beautiful day of bell-to-bell action here on Top Step TV. And as I say at this time of the day, whether you've been watching bell to bell or you're just tuning in, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you watching. And we appreciate you being part of the crew. But of course, the Top Step TV action doesn't stop just because we're going off air. At the Buzzer with Coach Jay and Coach Paul is coming right up after this at 3:15 p.m. So don't miss it. We do apologize that it didn't happen yesterday, but I can tell you with full confidence, Coach Jay will be there today at the Buzzer, coming up next at 3:15. Then later tonight at 7:30, Slow Markets with Coach Dakota. Be there as Coach Dakota tackles the slow markets. I don't think he has a special guest on tonight, so you're going to have solo Dakota. Later on, 1:30 a.m. Central Time tomorrow morning, we're going to have London Open with Aaron Luce, followed by Euro Trade with Deanna at 3:30 a.m. And finally, of course, we are going to be right back here on this YouTube channel at 7:15 a.m., kicking off another day of Top Step TV. We dropped a lot of updates today. What are we going to do tomorrow? You've got to be here to find out. I'm James Harden. You're the chat. This is Top Step TV. Have a great day. Let's go.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass TopStep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a TopStep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a TopStep funded trader today.
Order filled. Order filled.